Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 14 of the A-listers, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here and we're here to talk all the action from the weekend because there was so much that happened, as you guys know. So many different things happened. There's a lot for us to talk about, and we're here and we're ready and we're about to get to the cooking, including myself about to get cooked. Also, guys, the reason why we're late, you guys already know who comes on the channel. Lewis is still live on his YouTube. When he's done, he's going to be joining us. So, it's just chill. It's not me. I'm not always at fault. Sometimes I'm at fault, not always, though. So, let's just have a little bit of balance. Unlike Ange Postecoglou yesterday, who got dunked on 4-1 by Chelsea Football Club. Newcastle beat Arsenal as well. So that's another game we're going to be talking about. And of course, unfortunately, you guys, this is part of my life. Liverpool drew to Luton Town. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. In the words of Marshawn Lynch, former NFL player.
I'm here so I won't get fined. 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 I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get
Here so I don't get fined. Anyway, let me introduce today's panelists, ladies and gentlemen. Habibis, big up to you guys in the chat. And by the way, let me just tell you, this is you watching me right now. Hit this X right here and hit the like button. You frauds. We're not even on 50 likes yet. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe to This is Football. Hamza's in a space, they're telling me. No, but he made us a promise to not speak on the space. He's only going to keep it running in the background. You guys, you are my spies in the Hamza space. If you hear him speaking, come tell me directly, huh? If you hear Hamza speaking on the space, come tell me so we can expose him live, huh? Big up to you guys. Anyway, slap up the like button. Subscribe to This is Football. And let me introduce today's panelists. First of all, here to represent Manchester United. All the OGs of This is Football know exactly who this man is. He's Ten Hag out. He's had enough of this match. I've had enough, Hussam. I've had enough. He's probably going to blame the Glazers today. Why they played like shit versus Spurs, versus Fulham, sorry. The game is the game. But anyway, joining us on the channel, of course, is the man himself, OG of This is Football. We used to do streams together at midnight time, I was just scrolling through. Oh, wow, Chloe. Wow. Chloe, I don't think you'd be able to pay what I would ask for myself to be on the bottom row, so let me not even say anything. So joining us on the channel, this man like Ahmad. How are you doing, Ahmad, man?
Very good. Thanks for having me again. Big up for having me. Big up the comment section
Big
as
up
well.
to you.
Come on.
Big up to you. Joining us on the channel, of course, beating Bournemouth by 6-1. I didn't even know how much they beat YB with. Chloe, see now, Chloe, you said go on. Even if I say a crazy amount, see, hold that. Joining us on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, beat Bournemouth by 6-1. Very unfortunate. Jeremy Doku with a masterclass, and he's already been on the stream. Earlier on, talking about Doku and Mo Salah in the same statement. He doesn't know I have spies. So joining us on the channel, of course, is man like Hamza. How you doing, Hamza, man?
Yes, guys. I am doing very well. Let's go. I can't wait. I can't wait. I was waiting for this today. Yeah? Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans, get ready. Get ready. You've got a lot of explanation to do this today. You have blood on your hands. Blood on your hands.
Big up to you, Hamza, man. I can't wait. I can't lie to you. This Arsenal session about to be elite. And speaking of the Arsenal sessions, I see so many, people in the chat. Because there's this one guy that has been chatting shit about Chelsea all year long. And here he is,
Rent-free in Chelsea fans' heads.
Of course, all the Chelsea fans can't stand him in my chat right now, and he's about to get cooked. Joining us on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, is the man, the myth, the legend, public enemy number one for Chelsea. It used to be for Spurs as well. I would have said for Spurs, but now I'm public enemy number one for Spurs. So joining us on the channel is, of course, the troublemaker, well, like Egal. How you doing, Egal, man?
By the way, why are you pinning me against Chelsea? I predicted they were going to win against Tottenham.
Why is everyone saying yes, Chloe? I actually put a ridiculous amount. I didn't think she'd do it. Did she actually send the super chat?
I think she
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's preying on my downfall. You want to put me bottom row, Chloe? This is what we're doing. So instead of you just setting it to keep me in the top row, you've decided to put me in the bottom row.
Oh my god.
Decided to put me in the bottom row, Chloe. Wow, you absolute fraud. You fraud, Chloe. Oh, what is this?
Swap
You
with Hamza.
put me on my own show to the bottom row.
I am the host. I am the host. I'm the host of this today.
Okay, Chloe, so let me give you one more decision to make, right? Big up to you. No, I'm a man of my word. I'll just ask her a question. So, Chloe, who goes on the top row? Egal or Hamza?
Have
Go
some
on,
shame.
Chloe.
I don't want it.
No, she has to
You
decide.
You don't deserve it. Have some shame.
Good, Hamza. She has to decide. Who goes upstairs, Chloe? Me, Hamza, or Egal? You choose.
That fraud on the
This
bottom, bro.
fraud. Chloe, you're the biggest fraud. Wallah, you're the biggest fraud. Look at you. How am I getting super chatted on my own stream to be bottom row? You cannot write this. You cannot write this. They're hating on my. They want my downfall. Oh, she wants Hamza. Hamza.
Come on. Let's go.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh
My
my
show, man.
god.
Guys, my show. Welcome. Like and subscribe to my show, guys.
Listen, thank you so much, Chloe.
my show.
I appreciate you, Chloe.
Chloe.
Thank you so much. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. W's in the chat right now for Chloe for the massive super chat as
Big
well. I
up,
appreciate you,
Chloe.
Chloe.
Big up.
Thank you. Big up to you. Look at this. The worst part is you put the XO at the end, like I'm supposed to feel better now. Now I'm
Hugs
bottom
and
row.
kisses.
Yeah, I was gonna get away with it today, but this hugs and kisses doesn't make it better. I'm in the basement now. But anyway, big up to you, Chloe. I appreciate you and thank you for the love and for the support. The rest of the super chats, guys, I'm gonna get to them, but I feel like I want to get to them when Lewis is here because many of them are Chelsea centric. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Many of them are Chelsea centric. So
Fair enough.
because many of them are Chelsea centric, let's wait for Lewis. So guys, I'm not ignoring any of you. You know, David, Fatur, and Abdi Has's super chats are all Chelsea centric. This one right here, Shab says, Salam Hussam, let's get cooking. And speaking of Salam Hussam, let's get cooking. Let's stop wasting our time. You know, since Lewis is not here, we're not going to start with Chelsea. It's only one place to start. Hello, Hamza, the host.
Listen.
Actually, you know what, Hamza? Because I know you're going to give us monologue, haram, let Ahmad speak first. It's his debut. Ahmad, tell me your thoughts on the Arsenal loss, brother.
Absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful loss. Listen, I can't wait, man, because you know what Arsenal was saying? They never blame or criticize their manager. Like, they'll always talk about, oh, referee this, referee that. Newcastle were better than you. They deserve to win. But, yeah, man, same old Arsenal. They always blame the ref. Listen, talk about Arteta. Talk about Saka, how he's not been that great. Talk about your big players. They're so afraid to talk about their big players. But where's Arteta's accountability? Just talk about him more often. Not every day is referee. But, yeah, Newcastle were better. They deserved to win. And it was beautiful to watch. Like, for me, there's a lot of Arsenal players that need to get called out for. Like, you know, Saka's not been doing it. Odegaard's been ghosting in big games as well. But yeah, like I said, that's just my opinion on it. Newcastle, I think they deserve to win it, man. They played better. They created more chances. Yeah, of course, there was a few controversy with like certain refs, but that happens. You know, that always happens, and you just got to move on. But yeah, Newcastle, like, they did their job in it. Like, I think that's a huge bottle on Arsenal because they have to win this. They have to win something this year. This is Arteta's 5th season now, and what, like, if he doesn't win either a Premier League or a big trophy, then in 5 years, all he has to show for it is an FA Cup. Like, Cole, he's got his full team now. There's no excuses. He's been backed. He has to win a big trophy this season. If it's not a Champions League or a Premier League, it's a failure because they got kicked out of the EFL Cup, yeah? And now, if they don't win the league or the Champions League, then what? Give Arteta more time. How many years are we going to give him? This is he's pushing 6th season next year. So yeah, man, like I don't think there's enough energy. Like fair enough, he plays good football, but look, you've got like your whole team ready now. Like people will say, oh, we don't have a striker, but did Nketiah not score a hat-trick the last game? Is Jesus not scoring goals as well? Like you do. I think they're just talking about the striker. So in case if they don't win the big trophy, they'll say, oh, we didn't have a striker. But you got Nketiah who's bagging goals for you. So yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on Arsenal. But yeah, it was a beautiful loss, just to add that. Yeah.
Did you just say you got Nketiah bagging goals for you?
Yeah,
You're such a fraud.
Nketiah's bagging goals for them. He bagged a hat-trick, man. Come on. Like, I think that these guys are harsh on Nketiah. You just bagged a hat-trick for you, and then they're saying, oh, we need a striker, we need a striker. They got Jesus as well, whipping it, top bins as well. Come on, man. Ivan Toney, like, they'll say Ivan Toney, we need Ivan Toney, but listen, you got backed enough, man. There's no excuses in it. There's no excuses for Arteta. No excuses. But yeah, I know Egal's smiling, but it's true, man. Like, how many times? Look,
listen, I think I know it's your first time on the show, but I'm gonna wait until it's my turn to speak because clearly you have a lot to say.
Yeah, when your team loses, you speak last on this show. That's the unfortunate reality. So it's gonna happen to me in the Liverpool section too. I'm gonna speak last, unfortunately. You know, I'll go first on this one because I'm not gonna be as harsh on Arsenal as this fraudulent host is gonna be. Today he's the host. Thanks, Chloe, you fraud. But today Hamza's the host, isn't it? So yeah, wow, get disrespected by one stream. It's bad in the dunya. It's bad. Anyway, so with Arsenal Football Club, look, first of all, live Arsenal forever. You know, Tottenham Hotspur, we're both going to be above you next week. Me and Arsenal, big up Arsenal. But I'll be honest with you guys, I am balanced. I'm here to provide balanced arguments. Hamza, if you're speaking on spaces, my spies will tell me. Be careful, Hamza. My spies will tell me if you're speaking on spaces. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, I think Arsenal got robbed, in my opinion. But at the same time, I will be balanced and I will say something, okay? I don't think the goal should have stood. The goal shouldn't have stood. I think it was a foul. In my honest opinion, I think it was a foul. But here's my problem with Arsenal. And here's where they deserve criticism. Where Arsenal deserve criticism is Arsenal Football Club did not do enough to win the game. Arsenal Football Club did not do enough to win the game. You know, this is just the reality. Oh, Hamza's on a space. Wait, let me. Let's go sneak and see what he's saying. 1 second. Let's just expose this fraud right here. Is he actually on space? 1 second. Oh, Hamza's on a space.
No, well,
Hamza's on a space. Hamza, why are you doing on a space?
Well, I was in space. I was trying to get myself ready.
Why you always say wallahi? Why? Why you always say wallahi?
I left you running. I'm not talking.
No,
I love the fact he says wallahi as well, the fraud. How many times I tell you, leave Allah's name out of this. Don't include him in your lies.
I'm not talking. These guys, I don't know who they are.
No.
You see this Elias guy. You see this guy in your channel. You see him also. He's the spy. Huh? He's the spy. Big up Elias. Big up Elias. So I think Arsenal didn't do enough to win the game. Arsenal Football Club did not do enough to win the game. And yeah, that's my honest opinion. Hamza, you're gonna demonstrate for us?
Yeah. So
1 second. Let me remove the comment. So Hamza, go on. Tell the people what go on.
So you can see here, that's a line, yeah? Basic. Let me teach Arsenal fans about football. The ball's there, yeah? It's off the line. You can see. It's off the line, yeah? Off the line, completely. You can see, yeah? Off the line, yeah? But that's the angle you're looking at, you frauds. You bullshit frauds, yeah? You're looking from this angle, you frauds, yeah? You have to look at this angle. See this angle? The ball's not off the line. You see, the balls. Don't look at these frauds. You frauds. You think you're gonna win every football game by cheating, you scumbags. When you can't look at it like this. This is basic.
Wait, so this is supposed to be in or out, Hamza? To clarify to us.
He is in. This is in.
Okay.
This is the line. But the ball's in. The ball's in. Do you see? The ball's in already. Yeah. But if you look from this angle, the ball's out. you see that, son?
Yeah,
see
I
the-
see.
Yeah. Arsenal
Yeah.
fans were complaining on this. They were complaining on this shit, this crap, because they're so deluded, lack of trophy in the last 20 years, don't understand the cameras in that angle. You need to understand that football sometimes. And look at this beautiful angle. Look, it's in. Look, it's in. It's in. Way in. That's the angle. That's the angle.
Just because the ball's in and you're
Egal. Let him explain, brother. Let him explain. Come on.
no. but
And,
you
and
said
by the way,
that-
if you guys missed that and want another explanation, this was Hamza's explanation on Twitter. Egal, you already know what was gonna happen. You coming into the show.
Let me demonstrate this. This is basic. This is basic. Against Newcastle, from that angle, it looks the ball's out. The ball's out. The ball's out, yeah? Now you move towards this angle. Look, the ball's staying in. The ball is clearly in. This is a problem. Fans are looking from this side. Then they think, look, I'm thinking the ball's out. You see, I'm thinking the ball's out. As a City fan, Arsenal fan, it's not out. Big up Newcastle. Goal line technology, get out of here, man.
So Hamza, the floor is yours. Go on. Talk to me about the Arsenal result.
What a bunch of bottlers. What a bunch of bottlers. When I told you, last time they bottled in April, they've already started to crumble. They've already started to crumble already November. Yeah? There used to be a season, there used to be cold. Arsenal fans used to call it Black November. Black November. Egal, if you're an Arsenal fan, you'd remember we used to banter Arsenal on Black November. Because Arsene Wenger used to go on a losing streak on November. Go and do Google. Black November Arsenal. Google it now. I've never Googled it. Google it. Black November Arsenal. You're the same old Arsenal. You got dunked against West Ham. You said, we're doing it for bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. You could not even fry lawns. Remember, your football club could not even fry lawns. Lawns. Son, this season, I told you, they've been smashed. Look, me, I say, my best football is not the beginning, but their best football is the beginning. The end is, we know, they're frauds. They're the biggest frauds at the end. The biggest frauds in this country is your football club. When I said it, that Arteta is Spanish Brendan Rodgers, people used to laugh at me. Oh, Hamza, you got agenda. You don't. I said, yo, have some shame. Brendan Rodgers won an FA Cup for Leicester and he won the Community Shield for Leicester. What did Arteta win for Arsenal? FA Cup and Community Shield. Same thing. Yeah? But at least Brendan Rodgers chased Man City to the title to the end. At least Brendan Rodgers chased City to the end. This fraud, I was going to call him blood fraud, but bloody hell, I'm into United too much, man. I hate United. This fraud guy.
You can say he wears a wig, no problem.
Already is showing signs of failure. Sam, let me call out the players. They played Newcastle, who had 8 injuries. 8 injuries. They said, yo, we lost to West Ham because we've got bigger fish to fry. We'll see Newcastle on Sunday. Some of them said 2-0, 3-0. It's easy win. We beat Newcastle. Have some shame. You don't beat Newcastle. You went there on the last game of the season. Your manager was shouting, do you want to play in the Champions League? Do you want to play in the Champions League? Do you remember that clip that went mad? This manager doesn't have heritage. You know when I told you, Hussam, he doesn't have heritage?
You did? You told me.
I told you. Klopp has won the league. Ten Hag has won the league. Pep has won the league. Pochettino has won the league. Ange Postecoglou has won the league. What's this pro done? Anything. He would be jobless if he was not coaching City. Because he's coach, he's been part of City, is the reason why they gave him a job. Hussam, yes or no? The only reason they gave him a job is because he was part of City. Otherwise, he would be jobless. This guy will be working at Asda or He'll be at the job center signing on. Yeah? Because we know this guy he's not a guy. And I've seen the guy, because he wears nice and he's being called for fashion designer, and everyone says, oh, he jumps out the touch line and he screams and he shows passion, he's saying something. But what does he say? What does he say? Eddie Howe schooled him. David Moyes schooled him. Wallahi, oh my days. How can he get dunked for David Moyes once again? 2 seasons in a row. David Moyes schooled him himself. Do you think David Moyes will school Jurgen Klopp 2 seasons in a row? Would David Moyes
I don't
school?
think so.
You think Jurgen Klopp would have been 12 points ahead last season and Jurgen Klopp would have failed the league? Osam, my mom has always said,
we would want it. 100%.
my mom has always said, leopard does not change its spots. Yeah? Arteta is a leopard. He's the same spot. What are we lying to ourselves? This game, he lost the 3-1 Carling Cup and he tried to bring on all his starting players and his plan B never worked. He was 3-0 down. He panicked. There you are. He's my little kid, man. Every week, 2-3 weeks, I see him carrying him. And then he gets to...
Hamza, you know why Vel took your special
walk.
request personally? Look at this. Look, Hamza. Vel made Egal the football. Look at this.
Oh,
Big up Vel, man. Egal,
Now I know what Hamza's next tweet is going to be. Good job, bro.
Yes. Bro, go on, Hamza. Go on.
Sam, at the end of the day, you look at their team. They lose 3-1 this season. Look at it. Nottingham Forest scraped to 2-1, I said. Crystal Palace, they scraped a 1-0. A penalty. Wallahi, they beat Crystal Palace on 1-0 penalty. They thought they were back. They drew against Fulham. They should have lost. I've said it before. I'm counting all the games. I always go back to all the games whenever. They luckily drew against Tottenham. The Tottenham team that Chelsea smoked. 4-1. They were lucky to draw against Tottenham. Yeah. Then they played Man City. They celebrated a deflected goal. Remember, I thought, what a shame. You celebrated. You sat here and you said, Hamza, what are you gonna say? I'm back. And then you played the likes of Lons. You lost. Sevilla, you're shitting your pants because you should have lost 2-1. You should have drew or lost that game. You celebrated. You lose to West Ham 3-1. You played Newcastle with 8 injuries, Egal. 8 injuries. You're supposed to be a challenger in the Premier League. You're supposed to be a challenger in the Premier League. Yeah? Guess what your fan base do best? Is you complain about decisions. You do not accept losses like your rivals. Your rivals, they lose a game, they put their hand up. They never complain about Romero's red card. They never complain about the yellow card. 2 yellow cards would have been... I know you know it. They never complain. Ange said straight away, I don't complain about referee. But your manager was coming here. It's the worst of my life. I have never been here for 20 years. I can't take it anymore. What the fuck? Shut the hell up, you loser. Have some shame. Have some shame. You're the biggest bottle job in this country and you'll be remembered forever. Whether he likes you or not, Arteta will be remembered in this country as the biggest bottler in the Premier League title race. He wasn't Kevin Keegan. He wasn't. No, you were smiling. He wasn't Kevin Keegan. He wasn't Jurgen Klopp. You know, you always say it's Jurgen Klopp or Brendan Rodgers. He wasn't the Liverpool side. You said to me, it was the Liverpool side. It wasn't the Liverpool side. It was only 2-3 games to go. Yeah? It wasn't the Liverpool side. You were leading the race for 93% of the season. You led the race for 93% of the season and you bottled the last 7%. Tell me that's not failure of the biggest bottle job. Well, how can you trust this manager, Sam? How can you trust this manager who's getting schooled with Eddie Moyes, who's getting schooled by David Moyes and Eddie Howe? Eddie Howe schooled him 2 years ago. David Moyes schooled him last season with 2-2. And then let's now talk about the players. Let's question some of the players' mentality.
Strap in, Egal. Go get some coffee. You know, Hamza ain't going to be done yet.
Let's now come to that Bukayo Saka. I said to everyone here That boy is the biggest bottle job that they try to compare to Mo Salah. Remember, this fan base tried to compare Bukayo Saka to Mo Salah, who scored 30-something goals. Mo Salah, who smokes Man City every game and plan to get smoked. Mo Salah, who goes to the Champions League, takes his team to a trophy, major trophy, and wins it. Yeah, he's taking himself off screen because he knows he's not crying. Get some tissues, 1 second. He then, guess what? Mo Salah, who takes his own team to finals, wins. Sam, your Mo Salah won the Carabao Cup, won the FA Cup, nearly won the league and the Champions League. Wallahi, 2 games, he could have won everything. 2 games, he could have won.
Quadruple charge season, correct?
Liverpool could have been one of the
They're
greatest sides.
comparing Saka to him. You really.
I told you
need
guys,
to
air
understand.
fryer. I got the air fryer ready today. Go ahead.
Okay. No, don't worry.
We
You're
got
gonna,
all the props today.
oh, 1 second.
Is that actually an air fryer?
Yes, it is.
No
This
way.
is the actual air fryer.
He got the air fryer.
Yeah, Hamza, continue.
He had to go and listen. We cooked him. He had to go to the kitchen, get an air fryer, and show us what an air fryer is. This is what I said. They're frauds, guys. Do you remember when Arteta said this is a bulb, and the bulb does what? It makes light. So tell us, what does the air fryer do? It fries air. I don't give a
You're
shit.
the
about
air fryer. We got 2 air fryers on stream right now.
Okay. This is what your manager does. He goes and gets equipment and does this to the dressing room. We don't accept that. No one accept that shit. Don't think that we will say, oh wow, Egal, tell us what Arteta will say about the air fryer. Oh no, this is what your guy does at team talk. The reason
What?
no, this is what he does.
You're thinking Arteta about an air fryer? This is why I mean you waffle, bro.
Bro, let me say the last thing, Hussam. How can you, wallahi, how can I take a manager serious who takes speakers, put it in a bloody, he puts it in a training and says, guys, this is
Are
Anfield.
we gonna talk about 2023?
Well, 1 second. Let me go back to Bukayo Saka. Thank you very much. 1 second. Bukayo Saka, biggest bottler. This boy, let me tell you, go and score against Nottingham Forest, go and score against Bournemouth, go score against Burnley, go and score against those little shitty teams. You will never be as good as Mo Salah. Fact. I put my money there. Egal, he will never be. Fact. He will never be as good as Mane. There's conversation. Don't ever compare that little guy to people like Vinicius. They've won Champions League. Your boy can't even win a Europa League. Your boy couldn't even do it at Sporting Lisbon. Come to Newcastle, he was struggling to Danny Burn. He was calling to Dan Burns. Then Trippier, then Burns got injured. Trippier go move that side. He said, yo, lock him up. He's easy. Trippier's worst is a right back. Go move to left back. Pocketed him. Then Martinelli. You were supposed to have the best wingers in the world. Did you not tell us? You have the best wingers in the world. Your best wingers in the world. What did Martinelli do to Livramento? What did Livramento do to Martinelli? Livramento is a Chelsea reject. He's a boy from Southampton. What did that guy do? You think you got pace? That's all you do, and you can beat people. That makes you a great footballer. He could not beat Livramento. Livramento, Sam, pocketed this guy. Sam, how can we criticize Anthony being a Brazilian? Every time, Ahmad, we come here, we criticize Anthony. How is this guy a Brazilian? How is Martinelli a Brazilian? Without pace, what does he do?
Bro,
Without
both
pace,
of them are frauds.
yeah, what does he do without bad thing? What does he do? And then they have, look at them.
By the way, I'm so happy you mentioned these two because Arsenal fans just been talking about Nketiah, and I can't lie to you, they're not being fair. Also,
Exactly.
not everything Nketiah's fault.
Exactly.
the
He's
thing.
getting
You wanna know
scapegoat.
something? The problem
How
is
the signing, then Arteta.
Let Hamza go because he's actually talking about 2023 now. So let's
Finally.
go
Arteta,
on.
Arteta is now being questioned. His fan base are coming for him for his signings. They're saying this guy, he sold us a dream, but he's just Spanish Brendan Rodgers. Because what did Brendan Rodgers do? Sam, do you remember the signing he was making? Do you remember the signing he was making, the Brendan Rodgers? At least he was
Lambert?
chasing. Yeah? Ricky Lambert, Kai Havertz. What's the difference between Ricky Lambert and Kai Havertz?
Both are bombs, isn't it?
There's no difference. What we're doing here. There's no difference. Kai Havertz, Arsenal fans already are tired of Kai Havertz. Arteta is forcing. Arteta is such a loser. He asked the team in the dressing room, if you have a penalty, please give it to Kai Havertz. And after the game, please let the fans chant for him for 15 minutes. And Odegaard point on his head, say it's him. This is what you did to Bournemouth. Wallah, you cost 65 million pounds.
They said he's going to play the new Xhaka.
You know, I've seen Liverpool buy Mo Salah for 30 million. Sadio Mane for 28 million. You spend 65 million for a guy who's been given 3 penalties. Wallahi. And he had a shocker. He had a shocker at Newcastle again. How many games is Arteta gonna swallow that pride that if you fail to win the league, we will come for Arteta? Because you cannot spend 700 million and say, yo, I have an FA Cup. I won an FA Cup. I won what Brendan Rodgers did at Leicester. Brendan Rodgers that only spent 110 million. This for the same trophies, this guy spent 700 million. Yeah, he's a fraud. And on that occasion, I don't want you to talk about referee. We're tired about hearing your referee, because when Liverpool complained about referee, you did not support Liverpool. You frauds.
I was the only person who supported Liverpool. Don't lie.
Your manager wasn't.
You don't lie. Don't lie. I've been quiet this whole stream. Everybody can witness, bear witness. He's lying in front of the public. He's lying in front of the public. The loudest fan base was Arsenal fans. The loudest fan base supporting Liverpool was Arsenal fans. On this stream, you criticized Hussam. You made fun of Hussam. And I was the only person who backed it. So noise it, bro.
What did your manager say?
What did your manager say? At least make it make sense.
No, what did your manager?
If you're gonna talk shit, at least make it make sense.
What did your manager say? What did your manager say? What did your manager say?
My manager, you know what my manager said? He said, "I wholeheartedly support Liverpool." You want me to get the exact quote?
He didn't say.
You want me to get the exact quote?
Referee. Bring quotation. We've got a video.
No, I'll get you the quote because you're lying. Wallah, Hamza.
What's the quote? I'm curious.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. You're lying to the public, to however many people are watching right now. You are lying to them. Because
what's the quote
what
exactly?
You're taking is you're taking a quote from an Arsenal Liverpool game, not talking about the Tottenham situation. The Tottenham situation, he wholeheartedly supported Liverpool, and he said we need to get the right decisions done from referees. If you want, I can get the exact quote.
You didn't. Show me the quote.
I will show it to you.
It's in your air fryer. Take your air fryer out.
No, you're the air fryer today, bro. That's why I brought the prop. You're the air fryer. You're the one that just keeps chatting shit. I've been sitting here the whole time listening to you, and 90% of the stuff you're saying is irrelevant bullshit. Why did you lose? And then you have the audacity. You have the audacity to sit here and talk about a 1-0 win as if we bottled it. But when we spoke about your 1-0 loss to Arsenal, you're like, "Oh, it's a deflected goal. It didn't count. We didn't lose. We didn't have this player. We didn't have Rodri." Hamza, you're a walking contradiction.
Why did you lose to Newcastle with 8 injuries?
I am going to show you. 1 second. I'm going to show you. One second. You are a walking contradiction. I have receipts. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Mikel Arteta, Hussam, if you can show my screen. Mikel Arteta has pledged his support for Liverpool in taking on the PGL following the controversial 2-1 loss to Tottenham. The Arsenal boss says he hopes that Jurgen Klopp's side get what they deserved after Luis Diaz's goal was wrongfully ruled out because of misconduct between the officials. Now, you talking shit and saying things that don't happen is the reason why we're here today.
Play the video of someone he said. He said we have to respect referee, and referee's decision has to go.
Okay, you know what he was referring to?
Apparently that was from an older clip, Hamza.
That's a completely different game when Bukayo Saka, they didn't have the actual camera frame to see if he was onside or offside. That's what he was speaking about.
Where's the proof?
You're the one that mentioned it.
The video,
give me your evidence.
The video that Egal. No. I know what he's talking about. The Arteta video was about something completely different. It was about something completely different. Had nothing to do with Klopp. But the media clipped that up to make it seem like he's talking about Klopp.
But the fact that 1 second, Hussam, the fact a manager loses 1-0 and he goes on a rant, it shows me he's lost it. He has lost it in his head. Arteta has lost it completely because he knows. Guess what, Hussam? He knows he's losing the league. Yeah, he knows Egal will. Egal,
so you lose the league in 10 games.
1 second. One second.
Hamza. No. You're chatting shit. You're
you
chatting
lose
shit.
the league,
Once again,
you're not gonna
you
blame
lose
it.
in 10 games.
If you lose the league, you will
It's a
not blame
38 game season, bro.
You're already
Not
gonna
11
make
games.
Okay.
It's 38 games, not 11.
If you lose the league, will you?
Hamza,
Will
it's
you?
38 games, not 11. I don't know why you're talking like it's done, it's wrapped up. Nobody's won anything. It's everyone at the top is very close. So stop acting like one loss changes everything. Number one. Number two, you lost to Newcastle yourself. You lost to this team, Arsenal, who you're belittling, making jokes about. You yourself said verbatim, I have the receipts. I have I've written these things down. I have it right here. You spoke about it the other day, literally the other day when we were talking about it. You said what? You're talking about red flags. You're talking about Rodri. You're making excuses about Arsenal losing to Fulham and these guys. What are you doing, bro? You're continuously contradicting yourself. Today, you're talking about Spanish. What do you call Arteta? The Spanish what? Brendan Rodgers? I looked at your tweets. You've never mentioned Arteta and Spanish in the same sentence ever. I've looked at all your tweets. Not one tweet have you ever tweeted Arteta Spanish in one sentence. Never. What's the difference why are you coming up with these lies? You're basically making up quotes that you've never said before.
Between him and Brendan Rodgers? Answer the question.
One second. Husam, on the record right now, you've spoken to Hamza many times.
You can't even
Has
answer
he
that
ever in your life called Arteta the Spanish Brendan Rodgers?
I've called him
me.
Have you ever heard him say that?
Yeah, I've heard him say that.
Okay, fair enough. I'll leave it there. I'll leave that there. But one second. To the sheer audacity.
He's insulted Arteta with even worse insults, by the way.
One second. On top of that, Ahmed, you're not free from this also. Both of you guys analyzing this game completely wrong. Absolute BS from both of you guys. To sit here and state that you watched that game fully and what you came out of this game was that Newcastle were the better team. Newcastle dominated us. Newcastle is BS. Both teams, this was an even game. Newcastle scored a goal that I believe should have been ruled out.
You lost the game.
You want to talk about the ball? Guess what? Even if the ball's onside, there's a foul to the lead up to the goal. Gabriel gets fouled. That's one. Number two, you could potentially rule it out for what do you call it? The handball that hit his
head.
Had
one shot on target.
Guess what? I didn't even get to that conversation. We didn't even get to the offense because I need to speak about what you guys are talking about before I get to what I have to say, because you're not even letting me have my conversation because you've said so much irrelevant bullshit that I have to speak about it. Hamza, you talking about complaining. How dare you come and talk about complaining when after you lost to Arsenal, you said we didn't lose. It was the deflected goal. I still consider us as we never lost. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Stop chatting shit. On top of that, anybody who's sitting here saying Newcastle were the better team, guess what? They scored a jammy goal.
3 points, you got 0 points.
1 second.
3 points. You can make excuses as much. You waste all the energy. You're shouting, but you still got 0 points. 0 points.
Why am I here? If you're gonna talk over me, I sat there. I grabbed the air fryer. I sat down. I let you cook on medium heat.
Yeah, let them speak.
Because you're chatting shit. Now, first of all, I wrote these things down. Ahmed, tell me where on earth you come up with the statement that Newcastle were the better team when it was a 50-50 game. We had more possession. We had more everything.
Does possession win you games?
One second. They had, besides their jammy goal, everything was even. Everything was even. For you to sit here and to say Newcastle were the better team, you didn't watch the game. You watched the game through your own lenses, or you just seen the highlights. I want to know, honestly, Ahmed, one second, Ahmed, I want to know, honestly, did you sit there and watch the 90 minutes, or did you see the goals?
I watched it.
Newcastle are better side.
Your analysis of that game was both offenses were bad, and Newcastle were the better team?
Yeah, Newcastle were better. They deserved the 100%, yeah.
What did they do to deserve the win besides the jammy goal?
By the way, you're talking about like possession, yeah, but did Newcastle not have more expected goals? Did they not create more chances?
Because of that one chance. It was more than your chance, though. Bro, it's a tap in. It's a tap in the box. Of course, you're. Can we keep it? One second, guys. 1 second. We understand football. 1 second. We understand football. We're not idiots here. If you have Anthony Gordon in front of a box where the goalkeeper's on the ground and the defender's on the ground and he's tapping it in, of course you're gonna have a higher XG than when you have a defender and a goalkeeper. Let's keep it real. Now, outside of that goal, what did Newcastle do, my friend?
What did he do other than? What did you do other than having
Are
one
we
shot
gonna
on target?
just ignore everything else?
No. What did you do? What, Ahmed? Let me ask you. What did you do other than scoring a deflected goal against Man City? Don't play this game.
What?
You did not.
Oh, so now you want to compare it? Okay.
No,
Hamza, this is where I've caught you. You're done. You're finished. Everyone witness. Everyone witness. Everyone witnessed the hypocrisy in front of your eyes. 1 second. Hamza, you are an absolute hypocrite. You've just compared. 1 second. Hamza, you are an absolute hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You have absolutely just done yourself in a hole. You have done yourself in a hole. You're finished. This stream has now become about you because what you've just done, you've completely compared this game where we got a jammy goal conceded to us to a deflected goal. Now, you tell me, what did you say after we beat you? Oh, you didn't beat us. You didn't do nothing. But now when I'm sitting here and telling you Newcastle didn't do nothing, you want to say, oh, Newcastle were better than you. Newcastle lost you. But which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it that Newcastle and Arsenal bossed you and Newcastle bossed me? Or is it that both games were close games and the other team won by small margins?
Newcastle had better XG, better chances than you frauds. You had one shot on target.
Okay, so Arsenal were a better team than you. Arsenal finished their chances, and we got 3 points. You got 0. So hold that then, because you cannot compare the two games and then not hold your L. Because to this day, you have still not held that L, and you're sitting here today chatting about me. Get out of here, bro. You keep talking absolute BS. I've not even gotten an opportunity to speak about the game because you have said so much BS on the stream. You and Ahmed, it is ridiculous. Anybody who comes out of that game and says that was not a 50-50 game and Newcastle won it because of one goal, you're chatting shit. You're chatting shit. And that's why I brought air fryer. Because people want to chat shit. And that's why I brought air fryer. Today, the air fryer is getting set to the highest MVP. Because you guys chat shit.
That's the only trophy that Ateta's going to carry.
Egal cooked.
Loki,
Egal cooked your ass.
Hold on. Let me just say something, yeah? Egal just proved my point. The thing is with Arsenal fans, yeah, you know what they're allergic to, by the way.
I never spoke about the refs. I spoke about what you said.
No, hold on. Arsenal, you know what it is with them? They're allergic to the word accountability, bro. They never take accountability. They'll always look at the excuses. Even if it was a 50-50, you were still going to drop points regardless. So let's say if it was 50-50, why are you not talking about your manager? Why are you not talking about Saka? Why are you not talking about your big players?
Because we didn't even get to that opportunity because you guys have said so much BS. I had 1 second. The problem is before we even speak about football, I have to address 1 second. Before we even speak about football, I have to address the false statements and the basic things that you guys are saying that are wrong. Now,
Egal, listen, Egal is 100% right because he had to address all the BS. And speaking of addressing all the BS, the final member is here.
Why am I on the bottom, bro?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm moving myself. Lewis, I don't control where StreamYard adds you first. Calma, Lewis. I got super chatted to the bottom row by the carefree gang.
You should have been on the bottom row anyway. We will get to Liverpool in
Yo, can I actually talk ball now? Because clearly these guys were just chatting a lot.
You have to
talk. No. We gotta do bottom row rules. I haven't got my opportunity.
I'm here. I promise. Yeah, it's just lagging a little bit. You missed out. You missed out what happened. This fraud right here super chatted me bottom row. You know what Chloe. I was gonna do? I was gonna big up Chloe. I was gonna get Ahmed in the bottom row just because of host rules, but then here we are, because they scraped past Fulham. Big up Chloe. Anyway, go on. So shall we let Lewis speak on the game a little bit?
1 second. There's been too much that's happened, unfortunately. Let me just finish this. First of all, these guys, they said a lot of things. I disagree with them. I thought it was a close game. The difference was they scored their goal. From once they scored their goal, they stopped playing football. And credit to them, they shut up shop defensively. We had all the possession. We were unable to break them down to get an equalizer. But if the game still was 0-0, who knows what would have happened? I'm not going to, at best, we would have got a draw. I'm not sitting here saying we would have got all 3 points. So don't get me confused saying, when I'm saying we got robbed, I'm saying we got robbed because of the decision. And I think it's rightfully so. Everyone in the fan base feels some level of aggrievement, but we move on. We got a game against Sevilla tomorrow. This was my real issue. I agree with you guys to a certain degree. One thing that I do agree with, there were some poor performances on the pitch. There were some poor performances from individual players on the pitch, and mostly because attack was not connecting well, and we weren't creating enough chances to go on and win this game. We needed to have more chance creation. We needed to do more in that final third.
That's the
And
overlying issue.
That is where we have had problems majority of this season. Our chance creation and scoring goals this season has been poor. I'm not going to single out individual players like other people do, but what No. I thought Havertz actually had a really good game. Unlike some people, I actually thought Havertz had a good game. He did a good job.
What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Explain.
1 second. He was in the right. He was in the right of midfield, and he did a good job connecting the midfield to the attack. And he was the one. He was one of the people driving from the midfield, connecting to the attack, and he created a couple chances.
Tell me the chance. You had one chance.
One second. Football. When I'm talking about chance creation and chances to actually score, I'm talking about opportunities, pushing the ball up the pitch, putting it into dangerous areas.
Give an example.
An example is he drove from deep inside the midfield to the edge of the box, passed it to Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah got pushed over. They didn't call a penalty.
Is that chance created?
But
these are the low standards. Chelsea.
1 second. You guys clearly you're gonna run your Chelsea and Havertz agendas. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you guys. If you want to criticize Bukayo Saka, 1 second. If you want to criticize Bukayo Saka, not a problem. If you want to criticize Eddie Nketiah, not a problem. If you want to criticize Martinelli, not a problem. If you want to criticize Jorginho, not a problem. If you want to criticize players, not a problem. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, William Saliba, I thought were the three best players on the pitch for Arsenal on that day. No debate.
I think the bar for Havertz has been so lowered for you guys that you think that was
maybe that's true.
The same thing that happened at Chelsea. I watched that game. The best thing that he did was run with the ball unchallenged and then pass to a guy 5 yards next to him. This is what we're calling a decent.
He did that multiple times, Lewis.
The bar is in hell. He did nothing special. And in the second half, as soon as you guys went 1-0 down, he was useless.
So because you 1 second, Lewis, you just named what a midfielder is supposed to do, and then you said the bar is on the ground.
He did nothing special. He was never challenged in anything that he did positively. All the rest of his performance before that was him making bad challenges that may or may not should have been sent off and rattling the Newcastle.
Clearly, you don't view it the same way I view it. I'm not going to change your opinion on it.
I'm not just on to Havertz.
What I'm going to tell you is what you first said of him driving with the ball and connecting and passing the play to the player at the end of it. That's what we have him to do in that position, and he did that.
It was so basic, and we're saying you can't.
Sometimes football's just basics, bro. It's not. We don't need to do intricate. We don't need to speak like. We don't need to speak like we're. We don't need to speak like we're pundits.
But Egal and Hamza. Listen, Egal and Hamza. Let's hear out Lewis because he hasn't spoken on the game yet. Let's Lewis his opinion. So what's your thought?
The whole Havertz stuff aside, like it's not just him. Like he wasn't the only crap player. He's not the only guy that I've got smoke for. Arsenal as an entire team just seemed to look a complete mess compared to what they were last season. Saka ain't got the same vibe about him. Guy looks washed. Martinelli looks like a completely different player. He's playing like he's washed. Obviously, he isn't, but he's playing like he is. He ain't the same brother I saw last season. Martinelli, same energy. Jorginho looks done out. And if so many of these players are looking off in the midfield and the attack, I have to look at the manager and say, what the hell has gone on to this team? Because so many players have dropped off. So many players. Like
debate
the goal and whether it should have gone in or whatever. I honestly don't care because Arsenal never looked like they should have been winning at any point in the match. Never should. Where I remember against Brentford, like we should have had a penalty at 0-0. No Chelsea fan really speaks about it. Why? Because we were crap. We never deserved to get anything from that game in the first place. Don't care about no jammy penalty or anything. Fact is, the performances of Arsenal just don't look the same anymore. And with the transfers that you guys have had and the backing that you guys have had and the stage 4, stage 5 of the process and all of this, you guys look like you have gone backwards. And I need to look at the manager for that because I'm looking at so many of your key players. It's only Rice and Saliba that come out of that game looking positive for me.
Lewis,
That's about it.
Lewis,
let me
one
ask
second.
Has Cole
You
Palmer
said
been a
two
better
things.
player than Havertz?
One second. You said two things that I fully adamantly disagree with. First of all, I agree with you. We're not the same. We don't look the same as last season, but that's because obviously we have different personnel, and we're going to be played differently to how we were played last season because people were less respectful of us to the start of the season. Number two, to call Bukayo Saka washed when he has 3 goals, when he has 4 goals and 3 assists this season in what is it, 10 starts, is actually ridiculous. If in that case, every single player of your team is washed. So I don't even know what to say.
We've lost 1 game in the last month.
Guess what? We've lost 1 game this whole entire season, and you're calling Arsenal washed.
You've lost 2 in a row. You've lost 2 in a row.
Bro, what I'm talking about in the league, no one cares. No one cares at this moment in time about the League Cup.
Okay, maybe washed isn't the right word. He looks like a shell of the player who was last.
You're making yourself look crazy. Because if you're comparing, Arsenal,
regardless, he don't look like the same guy he did last season.
You just said Chelsea only lost 1 time, but you do realize this is very hypocritical. The statement that you're making, Chelsea are starting to turn a corner. Arsenal this whole entire season haven't gotten up to the level that we were last season, but we're still one of the best teams in this league.
More is expected of you though at the top.
Of course. So now we're finally getting somewhere because of the expectations. 1 second, because of the expectations of last season, which was a ridiculous rate of winning, by the way, 50 points out of 59 is ridiculous. That was never going to be replicated.
Why not?
Anyway.
No, that is
why not from a team in the process? Why not?
There's only been like 3 teams that's done that ever before.
But this is where you should have been aiming to get to with Mikel Arteta. You get to that level.
10%.
You get there, and then
you win every game.
You haven't.
No, but the key thing is, let me ask.
1 second.
Cole Palmer,
You're making it seem like we're doing.
Has Cole Palmer been a better signing than Havertz? Yes or no?
That's an irrelevant statement.
No. Has Cole Palmer been a better?
Of course he has been. That's such
that's an irrelevant statement, though. Of course he has. But what is that point?
I asked you a straight question. I don't care about your answer. Yes or no?
So why are you asking me if you don't care? I'm not answering.
I don't care about your answer.
He doesn't. He gets.
No. Why are you asking me a question? You don't care about my answer. Go fly.
Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Yes or no.
No.
Has Cole? So hold on. Palmer,
I refuse to answer a silly question you don't care about the answer for.
The guy, listen, let me name you the players that have been better than Havertz. I can name you. Okay, let me ask you players who have been better. Look, these are the players, yeah? Look at players like, these are the players.
How much you signed Calvin Phillips for? 1 second. How much you signed Calvin Phillips for? Why are you still chatting about him?
No, 1 second. Van Dijk has had 2 assists this season, more than Havertz. Van Dijk, who's a centre back. We're laughing. Yeah. Vladimir Kofar has had 4 assists. We had Jordan Ayew, 3 assists. Richarlison, 3 assists. Anto Elanga, 3 assists. Estupian, 3 assists. Conor Gallagher, 3 assists. Mateta, 3 assists. Ward-Prowse, 3 assists.
How much does Kopish have?
How many
assists does Kopish have?
He's supposed to be an
1 second. How many goals or assists does Kopish have?
5 million.
1 second, Hamza, answer my question. How many goals and assists does Kopish have?
5 million.
Hamza, simple question. How many goals and assists does Kopish have?
I'm talking about your game. What we're talking about?
Oh, you don't want to talk about Kovacic now?
I've asked you
simple.
You believe
hypocritical statements. What we're doing here is we're doing GA analysis. We can all admit Kai Havertz has not been good so far. We can all say Kai Havertz has not hit the ground running at Arsenal. But what is your point?
Hold on, one second. Let's say Arteta, if you don't win a Champions League or a Premier League this season, are you still giving him time after he's been here for how many long?
It depends on the context. If we challenge and we still see improvements, then
he should be winning it regardless, though. He should be winning it regardless.
Why should he be winning it regardless? Man City is a super team. He can acknowledge the Premier League is not easy.
You can say it's going to be a process.
1 second. We have no divine. 1 second. No team has divine right to say they're going to win it every year.
It's rattled. Arsenal fans are rattled. They hate.
Hamza, how are you guys sitting here? How are you guys sitting here? 1 second. How are you guys sitting here saying any team has a divine right, they have to win it? You can say we have to compete for it and try to win it, but to say, oh, we have to win one or else he's going to get sacked, who are you to decide if my manager gets sacked or not?
He's a old man.
Okay, let's not say win the league then. Let's say if you finish with a lower points tally than you did last season.
It depends on context. We could
good
win the league with a
question.
lower points tally than last season.
Context hype, bro. Context hype.
Bro, that's the reality. You guys are really just trying to find a way to say, "Oh, Egal, would you want to sack him or not?" It's not about sacking him or not. It's about
No, I've
making.
heard you say Arteta out. It's fine.
It's not about that. I think you guys are going way too far.
Yes,
We lost by a jammy goal that shouldn't have stood in the first place, and you're making it seem like we got cooked.
In a game
8-0.
that you never looked like you deserved to win in general.
Guess
You were
what?
still
They
losing
didn't
that
look
game.
like they
You
were
were still-
deserved to win either, Lewis.
Cole
So I'd say
Palmer.
they look a little bit better than you guys.
You know, Egal.
Based on what?
They
The
look
fact-
better in possession. You guys look
How?
clueless in the
How did they
final
look better in the
third.
possession?
Anthony Gordon had
What
like
are you talking
numerous
about?
chances from you guys. I barely remember any shots you guys had. Serious.
If we're being honest, Havertz has been a flop because I heard Arsenal fans on Twitter
I
saying
don't
He's
he's
disagree
standing
with
in the
that.
Premier League.
I don't
Bro,
disagree with
I
Havertz
heard
being poor.
people saying he's going to play the Xhaka role, but what role is he playing? He's playing the invisible role.
You want to know
He's been
something, bro? You're speaking to the choir because I don't
He's
think
been
Havertz
awful.
has been amazing. I just don't think he was the scapegoat for that game.
I think he's
I
the
never
worst.
said he was a scapegoat.
One
I just
second.
didn't think he was good.
Guys, take this in. You guys are so hungry for Arsenal slander. This is the first loss in the Premier League, and you're jumping on it like
in
you
a
lost
row.
5-0.
In a row.
Relax,
He lost
bro.
4-1.
Chill
I know,
out.
we've been eating off Arsenal slander for a few
Chill
weeks.
out. Chill out. Wallahi. It
There
doesn't make
needs to be
sense.
more pressure. There needs to be more pressure on your manager, not
Bro,
referees. Your manager-
we have one second. We have more pressure than Klopp and Liverpool. That's a fact. We have more
That's a
pressure
lie.
than Man
That's a lie.
City.
That's a
No, you
That's a
don't.
fact. We have more pressure than Tottenham. That's a fact.
don't.
We have more pressure than every single team that is supposed to be competing in a title race because we haven't done it before. That's a fact. I'm not disputing half the stuff you're saying.
No,
It's
but you
just
accept
when we
the
get
second as a-
why
you
can't
said,
we?
listen, Egal, you've said, how are you under pressure when you said you don't mind being second? You just said it depends on context.
I never
So you-
said that. Hamza,
Yeah.
you're misquoting.
if you're under
When did
pressure,
I say I don't mind being second?
if Arteta is under pressure, so it's either you win or you get sacked. That's pressure. That's pressure. Yes, or no, Sam?
Who are one
Oh, that's
second?
prime
One
Roman
second.
era.
So
I'm
in
winning.
that case, Klopp should have been sacked 50 times.
Klopp has won the Champions League and the league.
Yeah, but he lost it a bunch of times too. So
Oh my
should he have
God.
been sacked every time?
How
Pep
can-
lost the league title
So
and
does
he
Arteta
lost
not have
every
to score
Champions
in the
League
league?
until last year. Should he
How
have
can
been
he
sacked?
stop?
You're
Klopp's won
once
the
again.
Champions League.
What are we talking
Klopp
about?
won the Champions League final after a year. He won the Champions
Bro,
League.
one second.
Then he also won the league.
One second. There's two conversations. There's the conversation, should Arsenal be competing for these competitions? Yes. Do we have a divine right to win it based on the fact that our team has never been there and done it before? No.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Do you think Arteta is the guy to win your big trophies? Yes or no?
I think he can do it. Yes.
Okay.
Can't. He can't.
So if
He just
if
needs to
can do it,
strengthen the team. He
If
just
he
needs to
can do
strengthen
it-
the team.
yeah, but the team's already been strengthened enough, though.
The team is still not good enough.
Oh, but you said Saka, you guys said best right winger. Martinelli, one of the best wingers. You've got Nketiah. You could say Nketiah and scapegoat. You know
Guess
what it is
what,
with
bro?
Arsenal?
Everyone has good 11s, but there's
This-
always a way to improve.
Declan Rice, by the way. Declan Rice, you spent 100 on Declan Rice.
And
You've
he's
got
been one of the best players in the Premier League.
Odegaard as well, who's been one of the best players.
He's
You've got,
been
a
shocking
solid,
this season.
you've got a solid back line. You've bought a second goalkeeper in Raya. How many more players until you put on pressure on Arteta and say, you need to deliver?
Guess what? Guess what? There is pressure on him. There is pressure on him. There is pressure on him. It's just
No, I'm
not.
talking about
One
pressure from your fan base.
There is pressure on him. There is pressure on him. There is pressure on him to deliver.
There's no
He hasn't
pressure.
delivered before. There is always going to be pressure on him. Until
I can
he
guarantee
delivers.
you, if he doesn't win a Premier League or a Champions League, you guys will still say give
You
him
still
time.
keep him. You still back him.
We'll still keep him,
Guess
exactly.
what? Guess what? That statement is probably still true. I don't
There'll
dispute
be
that.
some spin on it.
Maybe
not from you, but
one
from your
second.
fan base.
One second. Both statements can be true, though. You can still give the player, you can still give a manager pressure without it being an ultimatum, sacked or not. Why does it always have to be sacked or not? This is actually crazy. Like,
He's going to
does it
sixth
have
year,
to be? Does it have to be that the manager needs to be sacked if you don't win every year? This is stupidity.
No, no,
If
one
the
second.
manager,
What?
if
Oh
the
my
manager is
If
building
he does
towards,
stuff like throw the League Cup away every year, then it becomes a question.
I mean,
you know
the
what?
two-
I don't like that. I
the two
personally
so much
called him
sacked
out
him
on
when
that. We did a show midweek.
It's the yearly thing
We
he
did a
does.
show midweek. We did a show midweek, and that was the first thing I was pissed off about.
But this
Yeah,
is
but
a thing
reality
he
is,
does
you guys-
continuously. So maybe
you
it does
guys
have
just-
to become
You
that
guys
sort of
just
a
want to
question.
find a way to cook Arsenal about something, but the reality is Mikel Arteta is under the most pressure more than any other
He's
manager
not,
in the
because
Premier League.
listen, okay,
When
let
it
me
comes
ask you
to
To win
delivering
trophies. To win
When it comes
trophies.
to delivering trophies, yes.
Then why is he still allowed to do these
Why is he
things in
still
League
doing
Cup
that?
games
Why is he
every
still
year?
bro. These things happen. You move on. At the end of the day,
no. If there's meant to be the pressure on him to win trophies, then they're not meant to happen.
I understand that, bro. I was upset that we didn't win the League Cup.
So you understand why we're talking about ultimatums then?
No, because at the end of the day, it's not on you guys to determine what the ultimatum is.
But we're saying if he is being demanded to win trophies, why is he being allowed to make these decisions in League Cup matches?
Bro, I think because of the circumstances, you can understand that we lost that game and we move on. We take
because
that
of his decisions with the lineup. Which again,
and he holds himself accountable for that, and he holds some of the players accountable for that, and we move on. You don't wallow and lick your wounds for 6 months over a League Cup loss. You move the hell on. You try to win the next Premier League game. What happened?
You try to build a winning mentality by taking the competition seriously.
What happened after that? One second. What happened after that? We lost the game. Hence why.
All I'm saying, he contradicted.
One second. I just want to show everybody. The fact that Arsenal haven't won a league title this season, we haven't won anything with this team. You guys are quick to jump down our throats. But Man City lost 3 games in a row. No one did this kind of hoopla.
I've got the credit in the bank
because we're treble winners, bro.
Football clubs never won a treble in your life.
Bro, did you miss the
treble and then you would get the same energy?
Well, I'm done.
There's
nothing else I can say. You guys have your take. You guys have your takes. Nothing I say will change your mind.
Let me just say something.
I'm wasting my time here.
He tried to compare.
I'm bringing back the air fryer.
Listen, that's the only trophy that Arteta is gonna hold the whole season. Air fryer compared to a Champions League.
No, he wants to win at the end of the season.
That's the only thing that he handles in his house. Listen, he compared Klopp. He said Klopp is under huge pressure. Despite Klopp winning the Champions League, the league, going to the final in the Champions League.
Stop lying. Klopp is not under more pressure than Arteta.
Oh my God, are you joking? Liverpool Football Club. You think Klopp will accept? Klopp is a winner. He won the Champions League. He came to the Champions League final. He went to Europa League final. He won the league. He won the FA Cup. He won the Carling Cup.
I'm here a Liverpool fan. Who's under more pressure? The manager who won a Champions League and league title and has 2 years left, or a manager who hasn't won anything?
Your manager has low expectation. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because you will not.
Now we keep changing the bar. What is it? Do we have to win the league, or do we have low expectations?
You know, Hamza. You know, let me just end this. I'll be honest with you. You know why Arteta under pressure? Because of everything you say. Because he hasn't won anything this whole time. So
5 years, man.
He is under pressure to deliver something. No, but that's the thing. He has to deliver something.
There's no end product.
So it depends. No, but here's the thing. It depends on Edu and the Arsenal board to make that decision. Not
I've seen Ranieri winning the league title with the likes of Danny Drinkwater. Yeah, with the likes of Robert Huth,
Wes Morgan as well,
Danny Simpson. Or I've seen Okazaki winning the league, and you're telling me this guy spent 700 million and he's using any excuses to blame the referee, saying he's walking out. Bro, he's a fool. I think he's a fool. He's lying to the Arsenal fan, and some of the Arsenal fans have caught to his lie. They've seen him spending on Havertz, who's been the worst signing in the Premier League so far. Havertz has been the worst signing in the Premier League so far. That cost 65 million, and the only thing is
1 second. Kopish has been a better signing.
Scoring a free penalty.
Kopish has been a better signing.
100%. Yes.
I think Kopish is a better signing than Havertz. But anyway, listen.
He hasn't been so far.
Look, guys, it's been an hour and some change, and we've just spoken about Arsenal. We still have the Chelsea game to talk about because Lewis is on the top row, and we have Liverpool Luton as well because Liverpool bottled it today. So let me just get to the super chats. And by the way, W's for you guys on the chat. I'm actually going to type W's in the chat myself because you guys have been absolutely elite with your support today. So W's for you in the chat. Big up to you guys. The one thing I'll not give you W for is the like button because you're not hitting that bastard. Everyone right now, hit that like button. Subscribe to football. There's almost 900 people here. We're on 230 likes. Are you guys taking the piss? Get the likes up, yalla. Right now, get the likes up. Subscribe to This Is Football. And everyone who sent in a super chat is going to get a massive shout out at the end. Thank you, Chloe, for putting me bottom row. You fraud. But W's to yourselves on the chat for all the love. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing now. Big up Sam. My cousin wants Salah to get injured because he's the Chelsea fan. I went to see a match when they lost to Forest. A bunch of frauds. Now I finally understand why, David. See, if you gave me that context from the start, I get it. Big up to Fatur. Says, got the Jacksons on X. I can't lie to you. The fact that Jackson, Sudan, their own stadium is mad. Big up to Abdias who says Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, even in their own home. Hold that. Big up to you, Abdias. Big up to James Bond says, speak on the 007 corner shop Haaland, Hoyland. You know, James Bond, Hamza will tell you this. Me and Hamza share the same favorite meal, Manchester United. But they won. They won, unfortunately, so we can't say anything. And you know what it is, my brother? Next week, inshallah, we'll be there when they lose again. So don't worry about it, guys. We got you. But just this week, we're just going to let them breathe, because they won this week. Big up to Maestro. This is, by the way, Zizou from Spaces. Big up to you, Maestro, Habibi. He says, salam to my brothers. Wa alaikum salam. Can the professor tell us how Luton reminds him of Manchester City in the 90s? Also want Egal to know his team were robbed. It was a WWE move on Gabriel. You know, this is why I think it was Ian Wright who posted this tweet right here. I'm going to go to his profile. You know, we're so lucky this is a football. I done this on the Back Again podcast as well. And the reason why I always say this is because we're actually lucky that this is a football channel, or else no one would have believed this is a football picture from that angle, because it's insane how this was somehow not given as far. Look at this. Look at this. Are you taking the piss, you guys? Come on. Come on, man. That's a blatant foul. Like,
boo-hoo, score a goal. I don't care.
Fairs. If you're talking about the performance, they should have scored a goal. You know, so that's indeed.
Don't rely on the ref, rely on yourselves. Unless it's numerous decisions like Barcelona, I don't care.
Yo, Lewis, you know, I come on this show every time, and I back every time when the referee makes a mistake and I'm fair. But you guys don't care.
We don't care.
Don't say you guys like I didn't back you.
Egal.
No. I'm not talking about you, Hussam, clearly.
You never backed me when he
I don't care.
What?
I don't care.
Hamza, what did you say?
I said when Huang should have been sent off, no one came here to back me. I kept quiet.
Oh, yes.
I didn't care. I don't care.
We should have had.
I backed you.
I didn't bring it up.
I backed you, but your free kick shouldn't have been a free kick because it was a foul down the other end.
I didn't care. I don't know. You lose.
Oh, you didn't care, but you scored the goal from that free kick.
I'm a
Big up to Lauren who says, well done, boys. Good process, of course. Mocking the PGMOL there. Big up to you, Lauren. Big up to Pearce says, who gave City their L's this year? The mighty Wolves and finish the sentence.
Chelsea this week.
Next week. I agree.
Hopefully.
Chelsea. Big up
Chelsea.
to Lauren.
Chelsea.
Oh my days, Hamza, I can't wait for the day City get charged. They're going to be sending Pep love letters in prison. Can you imagine? Hamza, you know one thing I will do? If City ever get charged, I am pre-booking Hamza. I will speak to his agent, Dami, and I will pre-book him. I will say, no one can touch Hamza today except me. I'm fully going to put him on a stream alone. And he has to explain to the world why this happened to them. Big up to Ujovi, who says there's a thin line between love and hate. Hamza was definitely an Arsenal fan, says Ujovi. He's never going to live that rumor down. Big up to Joe, who says, now you can see how important we needed players. The two DMs and the centre-back to deal with the workload with all the games. Nunez had issues at Almeria, 30, Benfica, 57, average overall big issues. Completely agree with the DM and centre-back part. And we're going to get the guys' opinion on Liverpool as well, because there's a reason why I'm in bottom row, so... Big up to you, Joe. Big up to Will says Hamza still thinks Haaland should have won the Ballon d'Or. He said it today on his stream. Hamza talks ball.
Drogba said it. He did. Drogba said
Haaland. He said Haaland's the people's Ballon d'Or winner. Oh, be quiet, man. Big up to you, Will. Enigma says, damn, I never realized have the worst team, players and coach. Hussam allows Hamza to spew this diarrhea to his dirty work. Hussam is a master of deception. Bro, Hamza's the City rep. This is how we do A-listers, Habibi. Liverpool drew to Luton. I'm going to speak last in my section. It's just how it goes. Big up to Smokey, who said 65 million for Havertz. That's peanuts. Egal, should Arteta get sacked if Havertz don't work and we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League? I feel like he's already answered your question, Smokey, low-key, with all the arguing. And he said it depends on the context. So that is Egal's answer, and that will be the answer to the end of time. So big up to you, Smokey. Big up to AB says, can we talk about Liverpool title challengers drawing to Luton? We see you top 4 battle. Stop the hype. Man City running with it again, says AB. We're going to get to Liverpool now in a second. We'll actually ask you guys if you guys, you know what, let me set up a poll. want to see if you guys want to go to Liverpool first, or you want to go to Chelsea first, because we could talk about Chelsea as well, because they did beat Spurs. Big up
Liverpool's
to you,
probably
AB.
quick, no?
I mean, we did lose, so we could talk about Liverpool 100%, but I don't
You
know.
didn't lose, you true.
Like, I mean, yeah, we did draw, sorry, but I don't know. Lewis, you're the Chelsea rep. Shall we talk about Chelsea beating Spurs or Liverpool drawing to Luton?
We can leave it to the chat.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys, I'm going to set up a poll.
Yeah, up to the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to set up a poll right now. By the way, Fatur, sorry, I missed your second
time.
super
I
chat.
just build another zoo, so I don't mind. I got time tonight.
Running from the left to the right, do. Cole Palmer is dynamite.
No. Let's do this. Let me do this justice. Running from the left to right. Cole Palmer is dynamite. Signed him up for 8 more years. Chelsea boys are on the biz. Big up my guy. And big up Cole Palmer and Hamza again. Thank you. That guy's reduced my stress levels by about 50%. So I'm very appreciative of him. Thank you.
Oh, it's the same tune of the City to Man United song, right?
Yep.
It's funny how you have 200 million pound players, but Cole Palmer's your best player. It's crazy.
Yo. Egal. We haven't got to the Chelsea part yet. You know, relax. Let's not ruin it for the audience. Egal, Chelsea, biggest London club. If Carabao doesn't count, ooh, that is fair. Fairs, Blaze. Valid point.
That is,
big up to Romulus.
You don't have many Carabao Cups. What do you mean?
No, but one thing. No, he's saying you have many Carabao Cups.
No, we have 4. What are they talking about?
No, you have
Well,
7.
You're trying to say that comes off the amount of trophy. Yeah, that still ain't enough. We need like another 2.
We don't have too many Carabao Cups.
Fair.
Yeah, and if we do that, we have to take our Carabao
we still have
off too.
Remove those trophies. We still have more than Chelsea.
Yeah, that still don't work. But hey, he tried.
If you finish, by the way, chat, go check if Hamza is on a space, huh? So we can roast him. No, because you guys know, huh? You guys are the spies of this show. Okay? So go check if he's on a space. Also, while you're checking, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and the poll has been set up right now. Who next? Liverpool or Chelsea? And you guys decide, because we are a channel for the people and a show for the people. He heard space. He came back direct. Look at the front, typing on his phone as well. If you finished second last season and said you need to improve, doesn't that mean you need to finish first? Maybe even win a cup and get more points. Romulus, one thing I will give Egal credit for is he has actually been one of the more consistent Arsenal fans. He said he wanted to win the Carabao Cup. He's not saying it's okay to lose, and he wants to win trophies this season. And he acknowledged the pressure on Arteta. So fair enough to Egal. Big up to Enigma, says you guys can't determine if Arteta gets the sack or not. He may stay 22 years like Wenger. It's none of your business. Lol, you guys praying for Arsenal's downfall. I know for a fact Hamza, Lewis, and Ahmad are praying for Arsenal's downfall.
100%.
Of course.
100%.
Come on. It comes to the rivalry, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just running Live Arsenal this year. Big up to you, Enigma. Big up to Lauren, who says, do not utter your club or manager in the same breath as Klopp and Liverpool. You haven't won anything. Liverpool have won everything. 100%. And this is also true. This is where we have to draw the line. No, it was Hamza. It was Hamza who said it. And it gets labeled at Egal. Hamza fraudulently said about the whole pressure thing. But by the way, you know why Egal's right? Not because Klopp is a better manager than Arteta and Liverpool are a bigger club than Arsenal. But because Arteta hasn't won anything, the pressure is on him. That's just the reality. That's why the pressure is on him. And but of course there's pressure on Klopp. Of course there's pressure on Klopp. But the reality is, with Arsenal, you said it yourself when you were cooking them. 700 million spent. They need to win something. Simple as. Because they haven't lifted anything major yet. That's the difference.
You know how it is, Hussam. Hamza will say one thing and then another argument happens and he'll say another thing.
I don't think so, because you know what?
You know, that's why if Liverpool win the poll, and we talk about Liverpool next, I want to see what he says about Salah, because I remember what he said about Saka and the Arsenal section. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, big up to Smoke. He says, you know what's the simple Egal? Arteta 5 potential seasons, no Champions League or Premier League. The problem is our fans want another Wenger. In 22 seasons, Wenger only won the league 3 times compared to Fergie's 13. Up your standards, bro, says Smoke.
Fans don't want another Wenger. Fans don't want another Wenger. They just want a better situation than we were previously, and he's building towards that.
So is it going to be still building after 2 years?
Guess what, bro? Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't win a league
Oh,
title. You
bro,
don't go.
you know, I
One
remember.
second.
Yeah, I remember.
Bro,
This is the
you don't
exact
go.
same words.
One
Listen.
second.
This is the exact
You
same
don't-
words
you
people
don't
gave
go.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You
Remember
don't go.
Hussein? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Oh,
Hey,
don't get me started on that.
You want to know
crap.
something? Arteta's a 10 times the better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and
I
Arsenal
don't
are
rate Ole
10
Gunnar Solskjaer.
times.
but
One
I don't
second,
rate-
Arsenal are 10 times in a better situation than you guys were. You had the oldest team in the league when you guys were second. Don't act like this.
So why
team
did you?
is,
So if you're so like on Arteta giving him time, why did you guys give Emery time? Why were you so on his case?
because Emery couldn't communicate. Similar to Ten Hag, he was coming out after interviews and saying, "Why did we lose? Good evening."
So you sold him because of his accent.
No, because he wasn't able to communicate. He was
Well,
losing-
that makes no sense.
One second. He wasn't able to communicate properly. He was losing the dressing room, and then he lost the fan base.
Oh, I lost the fan base.
He lost the dressing room, bro. He had
Nah.
academy players. He had academy players coming to the dressing room saying good
Probably
evening
didn't
to you.
clap the fans enough.
Bro, if you have academy players like Ainsley Maitland-Niles taking the piss out of you and you're the manager, how the hell is anyone going to get led by you?
Pearce.
Bro.
Big up
That's
to Trilla. Go on,
Fucking
Lewis.
hell. Oh my, no, that's a really fair point. Yeesh. I didn't
Yeah.
do that. Boy.
Imagine being in that
But
dressing
yeah,
room.
next
just
time you talk
laughing
about
at each
Una
other.
Emery, come correct.
Bro,
Pearce.
you're
Why is
talking
Egal
about
talking like Hamza as his
Arteta
son?
time, bro.
I've told people 100 times, if you let Hamza have possession, you lose. You need to gegenpress. It's simple as that. And big up to
I
Ijobi.
cook and then I'll let you see. I love seeing people stressed, shouting and all that stuff. And I just feel like
That's not a good thing to say publicly. You want people stressed, Hamza? That's not a good thing to say.
I cook.
Wow.
I know, no. I say the truth and I just keep quiet and I listen.
Fair.
And I
fair.
drink my milk, my cold milk here, and I just listen.
No one is winning the Premier League as long as Pep is at Barchester City. You know, the one thing I will say is if Pep wins it again this season, all I can say is I have one gold medal against Pep at least, and no one can take that away from me. At least I'm the only one with the gold medal. I can celebrate my gold
No,
medal.
no, we have a gold medal on Pep's head. We got one too.
If you're gonna claim, no, but he wasn't in a title race that season. City finished like 4th, I swear.
Third. They
Third.
finished Yeah,
you're
you guys
talking about the
finished
Champions League, though.
Huh?
Yeah, but they weren't in a title race.
No, we
Third
got.
title
I'm
race.
claiming it.
You're so fraudulent, Lewis, if you claim that one as a Pep.
I'm claiming
That's
it.
not
We
a
broke
Pep
hella
team.
records.
Colorado
Just these
playing
dickhead Centurions came the year after and broke all of them.
We broke all of them.
Fair.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Big up to Lee. Says Hussam, can you ask Hamza if he is a massive Mo Salah fan? I heard the conversation between him and Guti, so I don't want lies. Hamza, you can't lie. Go on. What you gotta say? Go on.
No, Lee, why do you have to sell me like this, man? Gooty's basically, I've saved Gooty as Popeye in on my phone, and Gooty is called Popeye, and Gooty he bailed me out by saying my name is Mo Salah, because on this app when Mo Salah before he signed for Liverpool, I used to call myself Mo Salah. It's a very famous app, so everyone knew me as Mo Salah. Oh my! And when he signed to Liverpool, I was so angry. So Liverpool, I can't believe baited me out live, man.
Wow. Fair enough. Lee Govender, thank you for telling me that piece of information, brother.
Lee, you're a
Thank you.
fraud. Why did you have to do this, man?
Big up, Lee. Hold that, Hamza. Bro, big up my 800 spies in the chat. Big up to Nabil who says, Salam Luton. 2 Arsenal fans are here, Egal and Hamza. Wow, Nabil. Nabil, you're never going to let go of this Hamza thing. But fair enough. 5 years from now, Egal, we're still in a process. Big up, Nabil. And big up AB who says, Arteta's starting to lose the fans now.
Exactly.
I don't think he's starting to lose the fans. Honest opinion. I think the people who just dislike him, innit? And they just haven't had the opportunity to say anything last season because Arsenal were in title race, so they didn't have the chance
also,
to say
because
it.
we only lost the West Ham game in Lens and Newcastle.
Yeah. Let me check the results of the poll. I bet money Liverpool won the poll because you guys are assholes. I just know you guys operate. this world. I just want to see Hussam suffer. You know, where is the love? As soon as I open it, I'm ending poll. Oh, hold that! Chelsea won the poll. Yes, we're not talking about my club.
Nice.
Yes. Hold that. Chelsea won the poll, 51% here. So don't call me a liar. Right there. See? Chelsea won the poll, 51%.
And ended it on 51% as well. I rate it.
51%, exactly. I really thought we was gonna talk about Liverpool, you guys, and you guys was gonna roast me. But fair enough, we talk about
Yeah, we
Chelsea.
still got time to get to Liverpool. We still got time for that.
Fact. 100% we got time. So chat, run up the likes, subscribe to This Is Football. Big up everyone who sent in super chats. Everyone's gonna get a shout out at the end. And there's only Egal, what happens if Arsenal go trophyless this year? Nabil, you have to just go back and watch the Arsenal section because we had a long ass Arsenal section. So go and all your questions will be answered, I promise. There's only one way to introduce the Chelsea section, ladies and gentlemen. And big up Vel, who sent me this clip right here.
At our best, at our worst, we own these motherfuckers. That's the difference. That's the difference. This is Tottenham at their best. All that hype that I saw going into this game, all the bullshit that I heard from Tottenham fans. Henry Wright, I'm coming for you tomorrow on Capital Conflict. Don't worry, I'm going to say my words for that. Expressions that PS2 Nelson Semedo, you man came into this game with all this hype. And for what? The same old shit at Tottenham again.
Oh my God. Lewis smoked them all my days. Huh? Oh
Lewis,
my God.
talk to the people,
Chelsea.
brother. 4-1. Talk to the people.
Me?
No, not you. Lewis, he's the
I
winner,
didn't hear,
so
I
he
didn't
gets
hear.
to speak first. Yeah, he won. Go
So,
on, Lewis.
first off, I want any Tottenham fan in here to please spare me this copium about, oh, we showed heart, oh, we showed desire, we showed character. No, you showed the same shitty Spurs mentality that I've seen for the last 20 years. Back again. I heard this was a new Tottenham. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because they had all the control. They were dominating for 20 minutes, and then what happens? The occasion gets into their head, and they start thinking, "Oh, let's kick the Chelsea players." Typical Spursy mentality, and they were the product of their own downfall. Now, Maddison and Van der Ven injuries aside, is what it is. That's a bit of bad luck, icing on the cake, whatever. That's it. But 11v11, they could have easily had a more competitive game. But they are the ones who got their players sent off. Romero, the only reason why this brother will never be a world-class defender is because he cannot be trusted. He is always capable of producing some stupidness. Remember, Henry Wright told me earlier today, since he's joined the Premier League, he's had the most red cards. I think 4 in the last 2 years or something crazy like that. Was looking for a red all match. Should have been sent off before he even got sent off. So he can hold that. Udonki, another one, should have been sent off way before he did get sent off, because he went 2-footed on Sterling. So he can hold that as well. So I want to hear none of this 9-man hype and everything, because that is your fault. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, it took us a high line for you to beat us. Well, why did you play a high line? 9 men down against a manager who came out in his press conference the week before and said, I don't like playing low blocks. I like playing against high lines. You do that with a 2-man disadvantage. Your own fault. I need energy for Angie. All this BS, all this hype that I've heard for him. That is worse game management than anything that I have seen Poch do this season. Anything. He has never thrown a game away that easily. Because the only reason why we are not talking about Chelsea winning 9-1 at the Lane is because of our hideous finishing. That's the only difference. But you still allowed us to keep making chances. And what happened eventually? We figured it out. 1-2, 2-man run forward, cut it back to Jackson. Eventually, he'll bury one of them. And then he ends up getting a hat trick. Got one, and then the confidence just continued to build from there. Philosophy, hype. All I hear is this copium from Tottenham fans like, this is the way Ange wants to play. He refuses to change it. I've seen managers get booted out of Chelsea for that mentality. No plan B. Conte, Sarri, AVB. Just 3 off the top of my head. There needs to be serious conversations about Tottenham, because that collapse was because of them. not because of anybody else. You're the reason why we won 4-1. And that's because of you and your boneheaded mentality. Same old Tottenham, different manager, different vibe. But you know what? You lot still stink. And if Postecoglou continues with this high line with Diabolical at the back, I might keep running the Spurs watch-alongs. I'm just going to say that. Because it is not going to be pretty
mate.
for the next few weeks.
So we are, mate. You're a smart bloke.
But by the way, the Tottenham Stadium, until further notice, is now known as the Nicholas Jackson Stadium. We have taken over that ground. It's ours. Nicholas Jackson runs that ground until further notice. All that hype I heard about how I heard man saying Michael Jackson's more likely to score a hat-trick than Nicholas Jackson. Well, well then. We're lucky Jackson didn't have a double hat-trick. We're lucky he didn't have a double hat-trick. Spurs will always Spurs. And that was what I was counting on going into this game, because on paper, I knew Tottenham were going to be the better team. I knew we were going to be the underdogs. But I also knew Tottenham will always Tottenham. And what did they do? They Tottenhamed. And you lot can hold that. London is ours. London has always been ours. Complete the set and then come chat to me. We're just in hibernation for now. But you know what? We might be waking up.
I love how badly Nabil is just coming for Egal. It's like, funny thing is, everyone on the stream have Champions League trophies on their back, except one useless and irrelevant teams who dance on players signing. Wow. You're such a fraud, Nabil. You're just coming for Egal so badly, brother. We move on. We finished the Arsenal section. Khalas. We finished Arsenal. I promise you. Promise me you moved on, Nabil. Yo, he's on to you, Egal. But big up to you, Nabil. Thanks so much for the super chats and the love, Habibi. So, I'll say something, and Ahmad, Hamza, and Egal, feel free to chime in whether it's about Chelsea or about Spurs. But for me, massive credit to Chelsea. I think, first of all, thank you, Chelsea, because they spared us all the Ainge bullshit now for the next month. Imposter Koglu right there. Second of all, I will stick by my opinion that I tweeted on Twitter. Some of you guys have complained about managerial decisions of your own managers. Some of you guys have been upset at your manager for certain decisions. But Ainge Postecoglou keeping a high line with Royal and Dyer with 9 men is the worst managerial decision of this whole season. I'm so sorry. It's just the honest truth. Because if there's one thing Chelsea can't do, everyone who watches, this is 14 episodes of A-listers. This ain't new. Lewis has probably said we have a problem against low blocks, and his own manager said it 15,000 times already. And Ainge decides to, instead of going for a low block, decides to basically allow Chelsea to use the one thing that they have, which is literally pace. If there is one thing that Chelsea have in abundance, it's pace. And that's why he brought on Cucurella. And then at halfway line, and they were stood there like a bunch of idiots. And it was chance after chance after chance. And you know, I thought it was a lie at start, but Jackson actually scored the hat-trick and had a 6.7 rating. I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but fairs. Point is, he scored a hat-trick, so no one cares now. But I'll be honest with you, they could have scored 9 goals. They literally could have scored 9 goals, Chelsea, 10 goals, Chelsea. Like, imagine Haaland was on loan to them just for that game. Imagine just Haaland existed as a Chelsea player just for that one game. That game ends like 8-1, and he scores all 8 goals just by pace and power, runs him behind. That's all he had to do, just pace and power, runs him behind.
It's been a training
Chelsea
session.
100%. And Chelsea deserve credit for keeping with it, sticking with it, in my opinion. And Ainge deserves to get hammered by the media, and rightfully so. So the other 3 guys, chime in, whichever thing you want to talk about.
They're talking about his character and like the way he said. They're still talking positively about him. In spite of some of the dumbest decisions I've seen in a big game. It's ridiculous. They really want to run this Ange narrative into the ground. Now, I remember when you said this a few weeks ago, I thought it was a little bit early, but now you were spitting. This whole narrative stinks. They've been a jammy team for weeks.
Thank you,
bro. Purple patch Spurs, isn't it? They said the same thing with Conte, now Mourinho, now it's Ange. Bro, like I said, yeah, now that Maddison is gone, because they've been relying on him and Son the whole time, it's going to go downhill from now. Because Maddison injury, yeah, he's been amazing. But like I said, Sterling, he was cooking that Spurs team. bro. He was on them, like getting in behind, dribbling past them. So yeah, this whole Ange thing, yeah, like, bro, I don't know. These man treat him like this. I don't know where this Ange love comes
Bro,
from.
it's because
just-
the
it's-
guy says mate after every sentence.
Good day, mate.
okay?
Good day, mate. Innit? Like,
It's
G'day,
because-
mate.
Listen,
bro, and
You're all
Nicholas
good
Jackson.
blokes.
You know, I
I
actually
don't know how to
realized
say an
Jackson.
Australian word though. I don't know how.
Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, I was like, oh my, this guy's got a hat trick. You know, he's got more Premier League hat tricks than Rashford. I just deeped it, and he's
Oh
so
my
been
does
in
God.
the
Eddie Nketiah.
huh?
So does Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, so does Nketiah, but your fan base slates him. But anyway, like I said,
You're not good enough.
Your defense is in trouble.
Listen, Ahmed, I hear you. I just want to say, simply put, the reason why Ange Postecoglou came out after the game and didn't criticize the referees is because what was he going to criticize? He didn't lose because of the refereeing decisions. Refereeing decisions were right. Lewis is 100% spot on. The only thing that they could maybe complain about is Reece James maybe could have got sent off. That's the only thing they could have maybe complained about. And even that's a stretch. Then you go to Ange Postecoglou. They're making Ange Postecoglou out to be like some hero. They lost 4-1, and you have the Premier League account showing that highline photo. In what world would a game where you lose 4-1 be celebrated for Arsenal manager, for Liverpool manager, for any of the top teams? I've never seen that before. Only Tottenham because they're the media darlings. Now, going to the actual game itself.
Well, by the way, before we move on, Egal, I'm so happy you said that. The reason why Ainge couldn't complain, FYI, Lewis was saying it in his victory speech just now. Romero should have been sent off to begin with before that moment because he kicked out. Udogie, people need to understand something. Fact. And Udogie, people need to understand something. Two-footed tackles, it doesn't matter if there's contact or not. If you make a two-footed tackle, the thing should be a red card directly. So,
but it was
also,
too early.
And also, by the way, I would say something else. Caicedo's goal should have been ruled off, by the way. People ain't even saying this enough. Because they ended up getting a penalty and a red, Caicedo's goal should have stood. That's another thing.
He deserved that banger for that performance, man.
But you want to know something? The funniest thing about
goal
this,
too.
the funniest thing about this game, two things.
No, but I got sorry,
that was
just
the
so I can
craziest
finish my
game.
point. Just can finish my point. Sorry, but this is
Also,
why
big
that
up to Caicedo prop. Nice.
that first part Egal just said is so important. The reason why Ainge is not complaining is because the decisions even on the day went Spurs' way. Because they should have been playing with 9 men about 30 minutes before they played with 9 men. They should. Romero kicked out. Since when is that not a red? Udogie had a 2-foot tackle. Since when is that not a red? This is the thing now. Are we just going to twist the rules up? And I see them so disgustingly, Spurs fans, post where Reece James was jumping in the air and the elbow hit the Spurs player's face, going like, oh, it should have been a red. You fucking donkeys. You absolute fraudulent human beings. This season, I realized one of the worst fan bases I've met my whole life, Spurs fans. Sorry.
I've been telling you. Moving on to the situation with Tottenham's injuries. I know Arsenal doesn't have the best squad depth. I know everyone knows City's probably the best team with squad depth. But Tottenham's squad depth is paper thin. They got a red card to 2 defenders, 2 injuries to key players in Van de Ven and Maddison. They are now royally screwed. I'm not celebrating their injuries. I'm just merely telling you the fact that they've gone from having Van de Ven and Romero to now having Ben Davies and Dyer. They've gone from having Maddison and Udogie to I don't even know who's going to play left back for them and Oliver Skip. So this is the situation they find themselves in now. Maybe Bentancur can play and fill in for Maddison. If Maddison's fine, Maddison's fine. But regardless, my whole point is these guys they don't have a good enough squad to manage them throughout the whole season. They're working with a paper-thin 11, and they thought they were going to be able to coast through the whole season. Tottenham fans were talking about the league. They were getting all gassed just a couple days ago. I'm happy Chelsea humbled them, but Nicholas Jackson, we have to talk about him. He scored a hat trick, but that was the most underwhelming performance from a player who scored a hat trick. He single-handedly cut off the opportunity to score that goal. He also got you guys the first goal because the penalty would have never happened if it wasn't for him at the same time. So he cost you a goal, and there was a goal. There was also two opportunities where he could have scored himself. The header, how do you miss from that close? Sorry, was it a header or did he kick it over the bar? One or the other. But there was 2 opportunities. I'm confusing Bentancur.
Are you talking about Jackson? Sorry.
Bentancur was the header. My apologies. Jackson had a one-on-one chance in front of goal. 56th minute, messed it up. Then he goes on to score a hat trick. You got to big him up because he scored the hat trick, but it's hilarious. And I still think if Chelsea had a proper striker like Ivan Toney or something else like that, I want a striker like that myself. But if they did, he would have got a double hat trick. The striker in that game for Chelsea Football Club should have scored 6 goals. Simple. You guys leave that game with 4 goals, a guy with the hat trick.
Oh, we could have had a Jackson 5 headline. Oh.
Yeah. And then
that's such a good headline as well. You're right.
CFC 1905. You're sick for that.
And then finally, how is it that Pochettino wins the game away from home? A game that Tottenham need to win to keep pressure on this thing. But Ange Postecoglou is the hero. I've heard more conversation about Ange.
He's the hero after losing 4-1.
Why is Tottenham
losing?
Why is Tottenham Football Club, Ange Postecoglou, the spirit, the fight, the high line? They lost.
Well, what stupidity?
People are saying Chelsea were bad.
Lewis, you see why I was right now, Lewis. You see why I was right. You see this. You're seeing the Spurs glazing yesterday. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, the worst thing about it, people are coming out after the game saying Chelsea were average. They won 4-1. It makes you look worse. I'm done.
This is why Tottenham will always be Tottenham. Like all they do is just sniff copium, and it's at an even worse level than I would rip Arsenal for, because at least Arsenal have had some level of success.
Guys, I guarantee you, they lose their next game or drop points against Wolves.
100%.
Oh, definitely. After that, they got Villa and Man City.
Oh, it's curtains. By the way, no Romero in all 3 games. No Van de Ven. No Madison. No. Who's the?
What injury does Madison have?
No, Madison's
by the way, Chelsea, Lewis, I was right. I told you guys were going to do something in this game.
Yeah, so did I, Lewis. Where is my credit, Lewis? Huh? I told you you're going to be.
I told you.
I told you you're going to be.
I told you, Lewis. When you see the big teams, when you play the big teams,
let's go.
You're going to have more daylight, more fun. Guess what? Against Man City, you're going to create chances. It's just going to be on you guys to finish it, because I don't trust your finishing.
Bro,
it'll be the same thing. We can frustrate City and compete with them. It's just, do we take?
Romero, by the way,
we'll have a better chance against City.
I said something to Lewis. I think it was either here or the Back Again podcast. I think it was last week. I told him because it was after a loss. What was your last result, Lewis? The one before this?
Brentford 2-0.
Yeah, Brentford. After that, I told him, Lewis, you're actually gonna do so much better in these bigger games, because they're turning up the players. I don't know what the fuck it is, but every time you see like a non-top 6 side, yeah, maybe it's I'm not even gonna say complacency, because they're all young and haven't really won anything significant. So I don't know. Really. No, that's also true. But I'm saying they turn up in the big games. No one gave him hope against Arsenal, including myself. No one gave him hope in many games.
I was gonna say about the Tottenham Chelsea game. Yeah,
they're gonna come for City.
Listen, let me just say, the thing is, I think their manager's done well because of the lack of spending. I think we will be hypocrites to say we've got this guy who's lost his best striker, Harry Kane, and that's their best. Last 10 years, he's been the best player. He was their captain. They've lost him. He's come into the league, lack of experience. Didn't need 6 years or 5 years. Was in this league from before. Came from the Scottish league that people mocked up. And he's come to this league.
Lack of experience, Hamza.
One second.
You just made fun of Arteta's experience in comparison.
Let me finish.
What?
Ange Postecoglou's been a manager 30 years.
You just said Ange Postecoglou won a league. What has Arteta done? Now you're saying lack of experience. Guys, call him out on his BS, please.
Let me finish.
What is he talking about?
I just did.
No.
Lack of experience.
I just did. I said he's been a manager for 30 years.
Ange has lack of experience. Get out of here, bro.
He's not been experienced in the Premier League. People mocked him, saying that he came from Scottish League. Anyone can do it.
Man's 58 years old, and you want to talk about lack of experience? Get out of here, bro.
I just checked it. I knew I was right, Hamza. His first managerial job was 1996.
94. Yeah,
I was 1 year old. I'm 28 now. He has 27 years of managerial experience.
Let me just finish. I'm saying that.
You have to be honest, brother.
This is why. Hamza,
let me finish with Sam.
this is you.
Sam, he didn't listen to me. He jumped because he's jealous. Yeah, I said he has never.
I'm jealous of what? What have
He's
Tottenham
never-
done to be
one-
jealous
one-
of?
One second, let me finish.
That's like
I'll let
me
you
telling you you're jealous of Arsenal.
I'll let you finish. Let me talk first, and then you can talk. Listen, I said his lack of experience in the Premier League. He hasn't been here for 5 years. He hasn't defrauded people of 700 million from their bank. He hasn't told them, go and get a loan in the bank for 700 million, and I'm going to bring you trophies and you'll invest. He's lost his players, and he didn't get backed. He's taking players like Udoji, no one knew of. He's taking players like Bentancur's been injured. He brings Pape Sarr, he makes them play well. And I give credit to him. He's had the best playing style in the Premier League even compared to Man City. And I give credit to him. I said, wow, how did you manage to do this? When people mocked you. When I look at other managers who've defrauded this league and I continue to lie in this league, and they lie to rivals here telling us, oh, look at us, how we're playing. We can control games, we're winning games, but although it's okay not to win trophies. But he's done so well with the lack of resources. If Postecoglou gets backed by 200 million, forget 700 million, but 200 million, I believe he can do something special. But I feel sorry that he was very naive in this game. How do you play a high line? Why would you play a high line when you're 9 men? Do you not learn from Liverpool? What Liverpool did is they're very comfortable. They all sat back, and Liverpool just looked comfortable against Tottenham. Tottenham were doing nothing, and you just packed the bus. And Mourinho would have done the same, but he knows he made a mistake. But you know one thing I give credit for him? He lost the game. They asked him why. He could have complained about referees. He could have complained about that red card is harsh. That yellow card, he shouldn't have been there for a yellow card. But you know what he said? He said, at the end of the day, you lose some. I'm not here to complain about referee. We lost the game. It's fair and square.
Yeah,
And
because
you know
the
what?
decision went his way, by the way.
No, but he sometimes you can look at that 2 yellows and say, the guys are 10 men. Why do you need to
No,
send
but
off?
Hamza, I have to hold you to a standard for the rest of the A-listers, okay? Is the Romero's kick out a red card? Be honest.
Definitely.
Romero has a red card.
It is
Okay.
a red.
So no, I'm talking about the first one, the kick out. It was a red, right?
Udoji, yeah.
So they should have had 2 red cards even half an hour before it
No.
happened, right?
I think Udoji, the second yellow, the referee should have just been. He's not going anywhere. So at the end, I don't know.
No. I'm talking about the first half. I'm talking about when Udogi 2-footed. Remember?
That's not red. No, I don't think that's a red.
2-footed is not a red. You want me to hold you accountable for that the whole season?
Because for some, he got the ball. He got the ball.
No, but
and
that's
it's
not
not
the
high.
point. You know, Vincent Kompany got sent off for a 2-footed tackle against
Yeah, I
Wayne
remember
Rooney in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
You know how long ago that was?
Yeah, but
2-footed
he
has
got the
always
ball.
been a red.
He got the ball. That's why he was given a yellow. So, listen, I'm just saying the last thing is, listen, he will pay a price for not spending money. The owners should be ashamed. They did not back this guy. And at the end of the day, by this guy, I don't know what he's made of, because he's come to this league and he's transitioned them. And they're lucky. If they didn't get Postecoglou, Tottenham would have been muddied. But you know what? Let's see what they're made of now. Now we'll see what they're made of.
Do you think they could do something special? Because I'll be honest here, I'll disagree, because they've had Conte, yeah, who's a proven winner. They've had Mourinho, proven winner. Both came at Spurs and did nothing. You could arguably say Pochettino was their best manager, yeah, and played the best football. Even he didn't win anything. So for me, Ange can do all this thing he's doing. He ain't doing anything that the other managers haven't done, bro. Like,
but you know,
he's not going to win anything. Like, if Mourinho and Conte couldn't win a trophy, yeah, proven manager.
Let me ask you a question. Before,
no, but Hamza, you have to hold the trophy standard also.
Let me ask him a question. If I told you this season, November, where did you expect Tottenham to be after they lost Harry Kane? Where did you expect them? Bentancur's injured.
After they lost Kane? Okay, I don't know, get top 6, in it? Top 6, top 4.
So you thought
I predicted them to finish 9th.
1 second, let me ask him. You're a United fan. Did you expect them to be above you?
What, Tottenham? No.
There you are. So is he doing a good job?
I'm not saying he's not doing a good job. I'm just saying I don't think he's going to do anything special, because they've.
Hamza, how much do you think Tottenham spent in the summer?
Because, bro, like
Mourinho
and Conte, like how proven can you get with those two, and they still couldn't do it at Spurs? Like Pochettino was played the best.
One second. We have to hold Hamza to a standard, because he keeps talking about money, and everybody else you judge them based on the money spent. How much money do you realize? Do you realize how much money Tottenham spent in the summer?
You spent Doji, he lost 120 million. So I'm looking at his net spend. So he lost.
Oh,
They had a
net,
net spend
forget
of
about net
40
spend.
million.
How much? Forget about net
I'm,
spend.
I'm checking
How
the
much
net
did they
spend.
spend? How
I
much
look
did
at
they
net
spend?
spend.
Forget
I
about
look
net
at
spend.
Do you
Forget
know
about
the
net
number?
spend.
Do you know the number?
Forget about net spend. How
Net
much did they
spend.
spend?
Net spend,
Because
I'll say
because if you look at net spend, Harry Kane was how much? 95 million euros.
100,
That's some
110
ridiculous
million.
price. So we know they got a lot of money from Harry Kane. How much money did they actually spend? Because Madison, if I'm not mistaken, was
45
how
was
much?
Madison. 45.
40 million.
How much was Brendan Johnson?
I don't know.
Like, if I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure he was around 50 million.
No, but forget all this money thing because
Then
it will derail
that's
us
already
from the
100 million right
conversation.
there.
Let me check.
No, but one second, Egal.
My point is,
Egal, trust
is,
me. One
Hamza's
second.
chatting-
I just want to say
Hamza once
something.
again is
This
doing
whole
his thing.
money thing, Hamza is a fraud. Okay? Because when I spoke about money, he always tells me, stop making romantic stories. Okay? So no one gives a fuck about this whole romantic story. If they're a big
Thank
club, I'm going to hold them to big club standards. If you're a big club, you should be winning trophies. Hamza wants to cook Arsenal for getting eliminated in the Carabao Cup when Spurs got eliminated in the Carabao Cup by Fulham at home.
He got eliminated.
He got eliminated. Ainge as the manager. That's number one. Number two, if by the way, Hamza here is a Manchester City fan. His manager is Pep Guardiola. If Pep Guardiola played a high line with 9 men and lost 4-1, media would have killed him. Same with Klopp, same with Arteta, same with Poch, same with Ten Hag. This guy, for God knows what reason, Lewis just admitted it on stream. He just said, I used to think maybe Hussam is going over the top. He's not going over the top. He's not. Because the reality is they are glazing over Ainge. Everyone's going like, oh yeah, well done, Ainge, and all this cringe shit that's about Ainge is what I just don't fucking understand. And the reality is, playing a high line with 9 men, high line, and after you conceded, you still doing the same shit over and over again is exactly why, you know, when he comes out and he says it's who we are. Yeah, but that's not good enough. Because Pep Guardiola is right now best manager on earth. Pep Guardiola, everyone here agrees. Last season when he went to the Santiago Bernabeu, he didn't go to the Santiago Bernabeu and play expensive open football. He played with his brain. Why? So when they come back to the Etihad, we cook them in the Etihad, and they cooked them at the Etihad. That's what they did. So it's as simple as that. So for me, one second, Hamza. Now I'm gonna just say this, and feel free to clip it. Feel free to post it everywhere. Feel free to play this on Space, whatever the fuck you want. This is the start of the Spurs downfall. Everyone here, sit down on the floor, take pen and paper, and just learn. Because from this moment onwards, this is where all this Ainge hype is gonna die. Just like all these other fucking managers with Spurs, where they come in and they're good for like a period of 2-3 months, and all the media is glazing over them, and they start asking United fans, would you take Ainge? Would you take Ainge? Why the fuck would they take Ainge Postecoglou? Fuck no, they wouldn't. Now, so what I'm saying is, now, Wolves, Aston Villa, Manchester City, those are 3 games right there they could easily lose. Easily, they could get 3 L's in those games right there with the injuries they have. And one thing I will say is, every single one of us has been told, listen, if you get injuries, it's not my fault. You should have had a squad. So now I'll keep the same energy. It's not my fault. You should have a squad. But anyway, look, I don't want to stay on Spurs too long. Or Chelsea. So congratulations to Chelsea, and thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea, because honestly, they saved us from the fucking glazing of these fucking boring ass club, man. I'm so tired of them. Can't wait for Spurs to just be back in 6th, so we can move on with our lives. Anyway, before we move on to Liverpool Luton final section, big up to Thriller from Manila, says Hussam, bring Jacob on to receive his deserved cooking. Listen, I already cooked him. And also, I stick by what I said. Spurs are not an A-list club. We all agree.
Win a trophy. Big up,
exactly.
Jacob,
thank you, Lewis. Until you win a trophy, we ain't gonna bring you on. Simple as. Big up to Scotty, who says, big up to the panel. Thoughts on winning the Premier League during the COVID year? Should Liverpool really count winning the Premier League COVID Cup? Enjoying the panel from San Diego up the Chelsea.
Oh, big up, Scotty. Big up,
Scotty. Thank you for watching us all the way from San Diego. That's number 2. Number 3, my brother. The team that won the COVID Premier League is Manchester City, because 2020, 2021, there wasn't a single fan in stadiums from August till June. There was no fan in any stadium, not a single fan. Our season, if we didn't play a single game post-COVID, we still would have been Premier League champions. And for 30 games out of 38, there were fans in the stadium. So you're never going to take that away. But big up to you, Scotty. Big up to AB, says, let's bring some objectivity in this. Spurs with Ainge are here to stay. The realization will soon hit, like it or not. He's a good manager. Okay, no problem. That's your opinion, AB, and I respect it. But now the question is, AB, because you're a subscriber and you watch this channel all the time, the question then becomes, what if the reverse happens? What if I've been right this whole time? What if the Spurs hype dies in a month? What if in December they're now 6th or 7th? Are you going to keep the same energy? Because I know I'm going to keep the same energy. But big up to you. Ainge moving like he's using offside trap on FIFA. I was doing a watch along. One guy in my comment section was like, he just put on ultra attack with 9 men. It's the dumbest move I've seen my whole life from a manager, honestly. Big up to Suraida, Tere Makase. Thank you so much for the super chat. Media, Arteta equal Batman, Ainge equal Mr. Incredible. Fact. And I reiterate, and I'm not even defending Arsenal because I included Hamza's manager and my manager and Lewis's manager and Ahmed's manager. Any of the 5 managers on stream play a high line with 9 men, annihilated by the media. But because it's Ainge and he says mate and bloke and he's nice and shit, he gets away with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to criticize whoever the fuck I want. Big up to you, Suraida. Big up to Mohammed, who says, come on, lads, I dislike Spurs, but Ainge is doing bits early on. If they back him, he will do better than the fraudster Eric Tanagua has no style of play. You know, the fucked up thing is, now because of Man United, you can't even cuss teams for spending money. You can't even cuss a new manager anymore. Like, they have just ruined this whole, this whole process of being a content creator, Man United. Fucking fraud. But anyway, big up to you, Muhammad. Let's look, everyone who sent in super chats is going to get a massive shout out at the end. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. And inshallah, me, Egal, and all these lovely people will be there for the Spurs downfall. Anyway, final section. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. And I did ask them who they want to start with, so they can't blame me. They said, let's ask the people. The people voted Spurs. Thank God we've got them out the way now. Final segment. Liverpool, Luton. Before Hamza goes on the what a shame monologue, let me go to the, more calmer people. Go on, Egal. Talk to me about Liverpool, Luton.
I honestly don't want to make fun of Liverpool at all. I just feel like this game is more about Luis Diaz. And I just want to say big up Luis Diaz. His message that he had on his shirt after he scored the goal, freedom for Papa. There's certain things that are just bigger than football, certain things just bigger than anything. Family comes first, I think, for most people, and like that hits home. So I just want to say, like, I know you guys drop points, but I didn't even think about you guys dropping points or how it would affect your season in the title race or anything like that, because I just felt like Luis Diaz's moment after he scored the goal meant more than anything else. And yeah, man, I hope his family and everybody gets home safe. And yeah, man, just thoughts and prayers to his fams. You're on mute. You're on mute,
bro.
I said big up. That's why I live Arsenal forever. Big up to you, Egal. Ahmed, talk to me about Liverpool, Luton, brother.
You know, when Chong scored that goal, my head was on the bro. I was gassing it, bro. I was like, go on, Chong. And I can't believe it. And you know what it is, yeah? With Liverpool, I'm never celebrating a goal when they concede, because they always score in the last minute. It's always in the 94th or 95th minute. Because I was like, there's no way Chong scored. But like I said, yeah, I agree with Egal in it. Some things are bigger than football. It was a good moment from Diaz and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like, Luton could have actually won that game if they could finish some chances. They could have actually won it. But yeah, Liverpool, they should be disappointed with that result.
That's an own goal, because if we finished our chances, they would have ended 7-1.
Oh yeah. And don't get me started on that Darwin Nunez guy as well. Flipping hell.
I don't know missed the tap-in.
I don't know how guys rate him. Hussein, I don't know what your thoughts on Darwin Nunez, but listen, if he was at my team, yeah, he would give me unnecessary anxiety, man. This guy is he's the most confusing footballer I've seen in my life. Like, he'll score a goal and then he'll go and do that. He just reminds me of the Uruguayan Werner. That's who he reminds me of. Like, just misses chances. But yeah, man, Darwin Nunez, that chance was massive. I don't know how he missed that. But yeah, Liverpool.
Someone said it in it, not me in it, but I agree with that person as well in it. But I didn't. I was not the one that, you know what I'm saying.
Darwin Nunez, man. Nah, I can't listen. Darwin Nunez. He I'm not even a Liverpool fan. Watching him annoys me. He's so bad.
My man could have scored 4 goals alone yesterday. It's bad.
How
Allah
many
is bad.
does Rashford have? I don't even rate Rashford either, but like I said, Darwin Nunez is, he's not that great, man.
Lewis, thoughts on Liverpool?
I just expected a lot better from you guys. When we beat Luton 3-0, I was told it's only Luton. Now it's like I'm seeing Ross Barkley run through your whole midfield like it's 2015 again, which is a bit crazy. Also, shout out to you saying Nicholas Jackson's the worst striker in the league. He bagged against Luton. And now he's got 3 against Tottenham. I can ride that wave as well. Big up to my guy, Nico. But other than that, very disappointing. Obviously, big up to Luis Diaz. Showed a lot of great fight and resilience with everything that he's been going through over the last couple of weeks. But from Liverpool, you need to do better. You need to seriously do better. This is Luton Town that we're talking about. And you guys played football that I'd seen over the last 4 years. Like, if I could have been tricked into thinking that was a Chelsea away kit, the player I was seeing in the final third. It was ridiculous. Absolutely shameful. You're just lucky Luis Diaz came to save you guys, because 1-0, it would have been even worse for you. But I guess you only leave a point. I don't think it's done too much damage for you in the table. I guess you still showed some sort of resiliency, but you should have never been in that position in the first place. A lot of questions need to be asked. Like McAllister, expected a bit better. Shobajai, expected a bit better. Hell, Nunez especially. I mean, that goes without saying, some of the misses that he had. I think Gravenberg didn't do too bad, or I really noticed him like that. I just expect... I did the whole vlog, not the vlog, the whole watch-along, just expecting to see some goals. For you know what, cool, I'm just going to watch Luton get battered. I don't care. I'm not doing anything. Then it turns out, raw, these guys got a bit of fight about them.
Remember when I called you at the start of the stream? I was like, you actually think you're going to get something from Luton?
Yeah, and then you aired all of my calls after Luton scored.
Bro, my head was gone, Lewis. You understand, surely. My head was gone. Come on. If you conceded a goal to Luton, would you pick up calls? Be real.
No, I wouldn't.
There you go, then.
Fair enough. Still a waste man for not picking up, I understand. But yeah, do better. You need to do better.
You know what's mad? That hat-trick against
Okay,
Spurs.
Joe Small.
You got the reference.
That hat-trick against Spurs, I went to the Premier League website. Nicholas Jackson now is actually on the top goal scorers page.
He's on 6, isn't he?
He got 5 goals now.
My dog.
Goals.
Let's go. Baby Drogba and that.
He's on the same goals as Ferguson. 1 goal less than Isaac. 2 goals less than Wilson. 3 goals less than Son. That's bad. That's bad. Yo, Jackson stat pass sesh against the
Jackson goal
the
v
Ops.
City. I need it. I need it.
That's mad. That's mad.
Onside,
Hamza?
preferably.
I know.
Hamza's in a different
Yeah,
universe.
listen.
I know
At
you're
the end of-
sleepy right now.
Listen,
1 second, Hamza. Let me segue you properly. You don't want champion introduction for your section?
yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So you know, Hamza, how we do it fairly on this channel. You know, not only do the guests get roasted by Vel, I also get roasted by Vel. This fraud posted it on Twitter as well. But this is the Vel gift to the audience. Can't believe you done me dirty, Vel, you fraud. But yeah, this is basically what he done.
Oh my gosh.
Hamza, you fraud. You know, Vel told me you made special request, you know? Big up to you, man.
I made a special request. Listen,
Talk to me.
I say, what a shame. What a shame. What
There
a
you go.
pathetic performance, right? What a shame. 4 years ago, this club was in like Division 3. They were below Accrington Stanley. Have some shame. When Klopp was here 3-4 years ago, they were below Accrington Stanley. And I'll tell you, the team that they were in, they were below Exeter City, Lincoln City, Mansfield Town, Carlisle, Newport County, Cambridge United. Have some shame, literally. For people to come here and not roast Liverpool, you have no respect for Liverpool, basically. You don't respect Liverpool Football Club. I'm roasting them because what a shameful performance. A pathetic performance for anyone to tell me that they love Liverpool Football Club. If you're a fan, you should accept this cooking 100%. Because what a shame. The worst football club in this country is now Luton Town in the Premier League. In the Premier League. These guys, you have to change in the garden. You have to go through people's garden to get into their stadium. That's how small the place is. Someone's cooking outside,
Big up,
yeah,
Alex.
next door. You can hear them. You can hear someone washing the dishes. The game's playing on. This is a football club that is not even what a joke. My friend lives in Luton Town. Yeah, I used to get EasyJet and Ryanair to Istanbul for hair transplants that never worked. in Luton Town. I don't respect Luton. Get out of here. I don't respect Luton, man. I got sold fake hair transplant that never worked. So why would I come here and say, "Oh, it's okay, you drew"? The fact that Egal came here, he doesn't believe. You know what? He knows. He knows.
Why are you trying to get me and Egal to fight? Why are you causing fitna between your two brothers? Leave us alone.
Even Liverpool fans are looking at him thinking, "Have some shame, Egal. Have some shame. Like this. Have some self-respect, Wallah. Have some self-respect." 1 o'clock in the morning, you got rested for an hour. You come here. "Oh, I don't want to talk about Liverpool." And what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Don't you have some shame? How can you've been roasted for an hour rather than take advantage of roasting this?
But I didn't roast him.
You said, "Oh, it's okay. I just don't want to say, Liverpool Football Club, just come banana." Okay.
Live Arsenal forever. Hold that.
Yo, we cooked you for an hour for losing to Newcastle.
One second. Hamza, do you not care about Luis Diaz's dad?
Everyone's laughing.
Do you not care about Luis Diaz's dad?
Everyone's laughing at you.
One second. Are you laughing about Luis Diaz's dad?
No. Come on.
So what are you doing?
No. Don't try cancel him, Egal. Relax.
So wind back. Relax.
Don't try cancel.
No.
You wind back, relax, and listen to the message that I had.
That's fine.
I don't have anything else to say.
Listen, everyone. Let me tell you. No one wants obviously someone's parent to be abducted. It's a fact. There's no one's gonna. No one.
So then that's what I was talking about. I don't have nothing to talk about at the game.
After that, listen. Obviously, my thought. I've always said Luis Diaz is the best winger. Ask him. I always say he's better than Saka. I love Luis Diaz. In fact, I wanted to when he scored an amazing goal for Porto. He scored a goal against Porto. He went through a whole team and he scored. I'll never forget it. I remember him as a top player. I said that game last season when they played, he was cooking your team. You could have been beaten if he stayed on the pitch. That's how much I rate him. But you know what? To come after that, to come and roast, it's Liverpool Football Club. Why are you not roasting Liverpool Football Club? Forget Luis Diaz. Why are you not roasting a team that drew to Luton Town?
Hamza, talk about the game. Why are you talking about me?
Has your standards gone down?
I gave my analyzation on the game.
No, but everyone's laughing at you. Like literally.
No one's laughing about me, bro. I spoke about Luis Diaz. I'm not going to speak about the game. There's nothing else to talk about.
I dare you draw to Luton Town. I will smoke you the same way. Luton Town is a
smoke Liverpool then. Why are you talking about me? Speak about Liverpool. Why are you talking about me? Because you don't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we didn't lose, by the way. We drew also.
Listen, Darwin Nunez, if he continues this he might be considered one of the worst strikers. I'm talking about players like Josie Altidore.
Other guys, the poll is
now. He's going to have to go into the major flop list, by the way.
One second. Players like Josie Altidore, yeah? Do you remember Victor Anichebe for Everton? You remember players like, what's the name?
Altidore, he played for Sunderland as well.
Do you remember Andre Cornelius from Cardiff City, the Danish
Cornelius?
Yeah, Cornelius.
Wasn't he from one of the Scandinavian countries, I swear?
Yeah, he looked like Hoyland. Ahmed's boy. He looked like Hoyland. Go Google it. Google it, Andre Cornelius. He looked exactly. I thought, are you not Hoyland's little cousin? Yeah, he looks like Hoyland.
Hamza's so cheesed that I didn't jump on this cooking for Liverpool. He can't even cook you himself.
No, Hussam.
He can't.
Hussam, 1 second. I came for
you. But this is the beauty of Hamza. Cornelius is probably sat at home watching this thinking, why the fuck am I getting a shout out? Like, I was just another guy. Shout out Josie Altidore, US men national team. Shout out to him.
Josie Altidore, Toronto FC legend.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro, he's one of the worst strikers ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
but for Toronto
Worst
FC,
striker.
he won them the MLS.
There was even a player that Liverpool signed. It was called Sean Dundee. Google him if you're a Liverpool fan, you'll know him. He'll
I
be
know
remembered.
Sean Dundee.
Big up Liverpool fans. If you know Sean
Razor
Dundee,
Radek times.
yeah, Sean Dundee.
I
one of
don't
the worst-
Google. How can I
one of the
Google?
worst Liverpool strikers, yeah. But Darwin Nunez has to improve. I like him as a player. but
Darwin
he's too
Nunez not
rushed.
that bad.
No, he's too rushed.
Darwin Nunez misses. Darwin Nunez, in my opinion, is like a young Olivier Giroud. He scores the tough goals, but he misses the easy goals.
Giroud is skillful, man.
One second. Listen to the words that come out of my mouth before you start attacking. Olivier Giroud at Arsenal would miss the easiest chances, but he would score the most difficult of goals and the most beautiful goals. That's what Darwin Nunez does. He will score a crazy goal, and you'd be like, "Wow, Darwin Nunez arrived," like he did in the League Cup. And then he'll come in the league game, the next game, and he'll miss an easy easy goal in front of the goal.
Giroud's actually a decent footballer, though. Darwin Nunez isn't.
No, but you're missing the point. The Giroud at Arsenal, he would miss the easiest chances. But he would score the scorpion kick.
And then he'd score a goal of the season. Remember
he's a left-footed Werner.
The Mkhitaryan one, right?
Man will score a Puskas goal, and then 15 chances in front of the net he'll miss, or he won't get to the ball.
Yeah, he's a left-footed Timo Werner, bro. That's what he is, a left-footed Timo Werner. That's him.
No, but let me just finish. At the end of the day, yeah, Salah was appalling. Yeah, he had a shocker. That's a shameful performance.
Despite him being your favorite winger,
a lot of people captained him, and they thought he would dunk on Luton Town. Wallah, what a shame.
Who captained Darwin Nunez?
Yeah, people captained FPL. Most people captained Mo Salah in Mo Salah. I'm talking about against Luton Town. What an L! One of the worst performers. McAllister.
Who cares about fantasy, bro?
McAllister had a shocker. Yeah, and you know who was the worst guy? Let me call about the last guy. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
There you go.
How many times
you want to lie publicly?
How many times do you need to get ripped off? You used to get ripped up by great players. Now Luton Town players.
Why didn't you talk when we talk about Kopish?
No, Hussam. Luton players. What was his name? Ogbene went past him like nothing. Luton Town have reject players from Man City, Issa Kabore. Chelsea, who's the Chelsea by? Rose Barkley. Manchester United, Tati Chong. How are the rejects from every of our football club united as one and you fail to beat them? Well, I to be honest. And you're telling me you're supposed to be
it's embarrassing, but I'll tell you why we didn't win the game. It's because we missed all our chances. Mo Salah, I agree with you. He had a stinker. Nunez had a stinker. Jota had a stinker. Gakpo had a stinker. Szoboszlai had a stinker.
Before this game, what was your prediction?
I'm honest. All three of them missed chances.
Okay. What was your prediction before this game?
Remember the game last season? I'll tell you honest response, okay? Remember the game last season you had against Nottingham Forest away from home, where you had 500 chances and you missed them all? This was us this season. This is just what happened. Because here's the reality, okay? Real analysis is if Nunez scores one of those chances, or Mo scores one of those chances, or Jota scores, or Gakpo scores when he comes on, we're sat here talking about 3-1 Liverpool, 4-1 Liverpool, 5-1 Liverpool. Now, we deserve the cooking, and it's an embarrassment that we didn't beat Luton. I agree with you. 100% we should be beating Luton. I agree with you.
The worst Chelsea team. Chelsea beat them. Burnley beat them. Everyone puts...
No problem. I beat Wolves at the Molineux. You couldn't.
I guarantee you, I am beating Luton 3 or 4-0 or 5-0. I put money. Listen, remember I said to you, I will beat Luton. Tell Luton fans, I am coming to take points off there, whether you like it or not. Egal's probably scared. He knows that he might go to Luton Town because he's struggling away against West Ham.
He's just sitting there so innocently and he's just catching strays.
I am telling anyone, Luton fans, I am coming to dunk both home and away on your football club. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not expecting. And if my players don't...
Remember the times where you were going Gillingham away?
Yo, if there's one thing I'm going to say...
Remember the time you were going Gillingham away?
Hussam, if there's one thing I'm going to say about the Liverpool game, why did you guys play Joe Gomez left back? Because it really made your team a lot more narrow. I think Klopp set you guys up wrong to begin with. And if there's anything we're going to take away from this game, when you face teams like Luton Town, when you face teams like Luton Town, you're gonna need to play Simican and have like the width on each side.
Let me check what I
agree with you completely. We should have started Simicast. Second of all, Nobbins. You know, Nobbins, first of all, big up to you for being up this late watching us. Shout out to you, Nobbins, my guy. Second of all, you know what it is? I swear to God, if I don't think it's gonna happen because City are gonna score their chances. But if somehow Luton
no way City don't take anything from that game.
Lewis, let's just say if Luton get 1 point against City, I swear to you, I'm gonna make Vel
bottom row.
Not just bottom row. I'm gonna make Vel clip up the fact where he said, "I'm gonna dunk on Luton." Tell Luton fans, and we're gonna make a sick edit of you. Sick edit of you. Gonna post on Twitter and play it on
10th of December. 10th of December, I'm playing them.
If you just jinxed it, imagine you guys were here after City draw to Luton. Oh my God, what I would do to Hamza. But Hamza, look, it's just one of those games. Honestly, and I'll just give my opinion quickly before we wrap up. It's just one of those games. We just missed so many chances, so many opportunities. If this happens again, I will be worried. If next game we miss 50 chances and we don't score, then I'll be worried. For now, I'm not worried. I just have to say it's one of those games, and I will learn from it, and I will keep it stepping. Nobbins, I'll remind you of this moment when you draw to Luton. Big up to you, Nobbins. Anyway, let me just read this. You cannot say that now. You just said guaranteed we dunk on them. Hold that. Big up to 300X who says Darwin Nunez is a Spurs striker if I've ever seen one. Don't ever disrespect Darwin Nunez like that because Richarlison plays for them, brother. Big up to you, 300. Big up to Buck who says your team employs Hoyland, but you're beefing with Nunez. I think that's a response to Ahmad right there. Hey, you know,
your team employs Hoyland. Listen, leave Hoyland out of it, man. Leave Hoyland out of it.
Hey, is Hoyland 007 or 008 now?
It doesn't matter. He's got 3 goals in the Champions League. It doesn't matter.
Hold that. Big up to Toka says, chill out with the waffle, Hamza. Bad day at the office. Don't worry, we will clip him up, Toka. We have the clip ready. Clip this YouTube, not spaces. It's ready here on video and audio. Big up to Jonathan who says, Nunez has more goals this season than the United forwards. You know who also has more goals than the United forwards? Wataru Endo has more goals than United forwards. Big up, Endo. Big up to Mohammed says, when my boy Darwizi gets going, y'all gonna see. He's a chance magnet. You never walk alone, lads. We move. Big up. And this is my approach as well. Look, Muhammad, if it happens again, I promise you I will roast these players worse than everyone else. Even the likes of Lauren in the chat and Liverpool fans like Toka, like others who are primarily positive. Even they, if it happens next game, we're going to talk. But I'm not going to say anything when it's just the first time it's happened this season. You know, we just missed hella chances. That's it. Hamza, I want to say what a shame. Let Luton get a point against City. Big up to Hamza says, again, back with another super chat. Big up to you, brother, for the love. He says, Virgil van Dijk should have got a penalty too. He literally got borderline RKO'd. Gomez at left back stinks too. Klopp needs to stop that as bad as Tsimikas says. I agree. We need Tsimikas to play there. Unless it's City. I've got no problem playing Gomez left back against City. Away at City, that's what we need. And also, Hamza saying all this, if Darwin Nunez scores at the Etihad and we win the game, oh my God, there are so many scenarios Hamza just jinxed. But we are here for it. We are here for it. As when it comes to the penalty, look, I don't think Hoyland on Haaland was a penalty last week. But if we're going to call it consistency. Because the guy RKO'd Van Dijk and it should have been a penalty, in my opinion, if that one was a penalty. But anyway, listen, we can wrap it up here, you guys. First thing is I want you guys to spam W's in the chat for yourselves. Because this community right here, this is football community, is next level. I love you all. Thank you guys all for the love. Thank you guys all for the support. Big up to you guys. Honestly, I'm humbled by you guys' love and support. It's just you guys are unbelievable, man. Thank you guys so much. And you know, big up to everyone who shows us all the love, all the support. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And I know you guys are a bunch of lazy bastards, okay? Sometimes you don't want to go type out people's channels. All I want to say is everyone's channel is in the description. You don't have to type anything. Just go click subscribe to Hamza Talks Ball, subscribe to Carefree Lewis G, subscribe to Egal Talks Football, subscribe to AA United TV as well. You know, subscribe to all these guys' great channels. Anyway, we're gonna go around the lovely panel. They're gonna let you know where you can find them. Big up Chloe as well, who super chatted me, bottom bro, you fraud. Big up Enigma. Big up to Will, big up to 300, big up to Muhammad, big up to Smokey, Suraida, Joe, Lawrence, Scotty, Sykes, Maestro, Cam, big up to you, Cam as well. Big up to Nabil, big up to Pure, Chloe, Thrilla, Romulus, David, Fatur, as per usual, Abdihas, Shabs, Ejovi, Blaze, AB15, Buck, Toka, and Jonathan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. So we're going to go around the panel. They could tell you where you can find them, what they've got coming up. Egal, my bottom row partner, we took the cooking this week. Where can people find you? What have you got coming up?
Egal Talks Football. I'm gonna do a Sevilla match reaction tomorrow at around 11 o'clock after the games are all sorted out and everything else. So yeah, you can check that out. And also my TikToks and Twitter and everything else. But you guys know where to find me by now.
Big up to you, my guy, Egal. Ahmad, brilliant debut today on A-listers. Where can people find you?
Big up for having me on. You can find me on TikTok, Ahmed MUFC7. I'm gonna do a watch along on United on my TikTok against Copenhagen. Hopefully we get a dub. You know, because Ten Hag, he's been pissing me off lately. So yeah, join me on there. Obviously United, AA United TV is my YouTube as well. I'm gonna start posting consistently. And big up for having me on, and big up the comment section too.
Old
Big up to you,
Trafford
my
is
brother.
crashing down.
Wait, Manchester's still red, Hamza, you know that. It's still red.
Glazers take 10 more years. We're drinking all the tears.
Don't worry, Sheikh just
Copenhagen tomorrow.
Lewis,
All
my brother,
Copenhagen,
thank you.
everyone here. Copenhagen.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you to my
Oh yeah, no worries.
For all the joy. Where can people find you, bro?
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow on the channel. Don't know if there's going to be a Chelsea stream, but we will be bringing back the UCL hate-alongs, so keep a lookout for that. Arsenal versus Sevilla. I think Arsenal, Copenhagen versus United. I think that's the game. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, we have some fun tomorrow. So check that out, people. And yeah, big up. We're back.
Big up
God
to you,
willing.
Lewis.
God
I
willing.
can't lie, Lewis. I'm running with you as well next week. The whole Chelsea. We're running it back again.
Hey,
man. Big up
Newcastle
Chelsea.
afterwards. We will be there
I'm
again.
not gonna go that far. I don't dislike Newcastle like that. But fairs. Hamza, brother, where can the people find you? Today you're top left, by the way, host right here.
Host of this show today. Great show. Listen, you can find me first. I just want to say, Lewis, big up, man. Well done. Your failures at the Champions League, your rejects dunked on PSG. You got heritage, despite you had your failures.
Oh yeah, Forza Milan.
Pulisic, Giroud, Tomori, dunked on Mbappe. Egal, land, that's heritage. That's heritage. You find me Hamza Talks Ball. Yeah, we're also doing a hate along against United. We're doing a hate along for United, man. Inshallah, man. Historic day. The end of United.
Big up to you. Hamza just keeps sending Egal strays, man.
Prepare for Europa League. Prepare Europa League tomorrow.
I'm ready. Don't worry. We're going away to lose. We're going. You know, Hamza, you should be embarrassed because every day you're like, I miss Liverpool in the Champions League. I miss Chelsea in the Champions League because of these two bums right here. So don't even try disrespect.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, inshallah. Love. See you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.